Good morning, cricket lovers across Malaysia and beyond. Welcome to the curtain raiser of the EMCA T20 Interstate Championship 2025. The stage is set, the platform is ready, and definitely we have the drums beating as well. And that brings us all set for a blockbuster to get things rolling. First up, we have Selangor, the home side today, led by the calm and calculated Vijay Unni, who's about to take on Johor, who comes under the fearless leadership of Shahadat Ramli. He's a man who never shies away from a challenge. So both teams are packed with talent, youth, and that little bit of unpredictability that makes T20 cricket so wonderfully, beautifully chaotic. So it's a fresh season. We have fresh dreams and plenty of fresh faces looking to make a name for themselves. The air is buzzing. The outfit looks ever so green, just like a carpet that is laid on. So it's that time again when every ball tells a story and every over brings us drama and every innings is just like a roller coaster. With that being said, I'll be taking you through to the toss. Let's have a look at it.
You call, you toss, you call. Okay. Okay, ready? Come. Tails. Tails a call. Head. Selangor win. What are you gonna do?
We're gonna bowl first.
Okay, both first. Good luck. Good luck.
And that's the first big moment of the day. Selangor have won the toss, and Vijay Unni has elected to field first. Maybe he likes the chase, maybe he just read the pitch like a book, or maybe, just maybe, he wants to see his bowlers draw the first blood. With that, just let's have a look at the team card today. From Johor, we have ever so blazing Ahmed Zubaidi and Gulraz Muhammad, who's very synonymous with this Johor team. We also have Samsul Ikmal, Hassan Masood, the ever talented left hander, Samiullah Khan, Mohammad Amir, Mohammad Shahadat Ramli, the captain who is tail blazing in his form, as well as Sazul Izzat, the record breaking fast bowler, as well as Mohammad Fairuz alongside Ainul Hafiz and Mohammad Fitri. And now for the home side, Selangor, who's also been phenomenal under the leadership of Vijay Unni in recent times. We have the elegant Hasnan Ahmed, as well as the classy Saifullah Malik, alongside the new promising newcomer Nageshwaran and Mohammad Arif, Devan Harindra, Vijay Unni himself, Mohammad Akram, Wan Muhammad, Prashant Madhu, and Mohammad Aras alongside the debutant Jawad Ali. So it's going to be quite an exciting contest, if you ask me. And we are talking about the decision of Vijay Unni to have come out and deciding to have a bowl first. So there might be some eyebrows that can be raised at this decision from Vijay Unni, especially coming to put Johor to bat first because they have a very decent batting lineup. But if I talk about the surface a little bit deeper, you'll understand that that move is actually one that makes plenty of sense. Because firstly, it is T20 cricket that is becoming an increasingly a game where chasing teams are becoming much more prominent. They're having a better go at it. And in the last season as well, we saw that Selangor had a better win percentage after coming to chase the total that was set after the bowlers did their job. So Vijay is a kind of captain who plays by the numbers. That's what I get an idea of. And secondly, early in this tournament, we can see that the pitches are fresh and they haven't worn down. So there's usually some movement on offer, especially under humid conditions. Selangor have a strong new ball attack, and Vijay himself is talismanic when it comes to opening the spell with his off spinners. So Selangor have a strong bowling attack, and wickets up front will be the key. They will be just looking to tighten that screw a little bit, especially if they're able to produce wickets early on. It's going to be phenomenal for them. So pressure is going to be there a little bit on the opening batters because it's never easy to start off a tournament, is it? So Vijay might just try to exploit on that and put Johor under the lights. And on the scoreboard, they definitely want to put on a little bit of a big total because once again, this is going to be a bold approach from the batters of Johor. That's how they usually play. So they cannot be impulsive. They need to be calculative. And Vijay knows his side, knows his bowlers. And if Selangor can strike early, this decision of bowling first could look like a masterstroke by the time we hit the middle phase of the innings. With that, we're ready with the first ball of this game, and umpire signals play. So here comes the young, talented fast bowler to bowl his first delivery, and that is very well produced, just pitching it on that off stump corridor. And the batter decides to let that one go. Can be slightly watchful because we're still on the early phase of this innings. And given the fact that the new ball is getting a bit of movement in the air as well, the bowler will be very excited. Nageshwaran has been so good in the tournament. And look at that short pitch delivery. Ahmed Zubair is not one of those who will miss out. He is an absolute demon when it comes to smashing deliveries outside the off stump. And on that occasion, full demonstration of that. Nageshwaran is greeted with a boundary to get the scoreboard off the mark here. Look at that. Signs of absolute domination. That's a shot off the back foot, and he did not waste any kind of time. It was there in the slot, and he obliges. Just overcompensating this time. Last time it was short and wide. This time it is too full down the leg side. Easy pickings. So far, Ahmed Zubaidi has been looking in quite a good touch, if you ask me, and he's been glorious, hasn't he? On that occasion, just a gentle push, but it raced away like a trace of bullet towards the deep fine leg area. The fielder definitely did well, otherwise, it could be another boundary. This time, it is Gulrez who's on strike. He's a name that is synonymous with Johor, and he's a very capable all rounder, this time opening the innings for Johor. And he needs to support Ahmed Zubaid well, because Ahmed Zubaid is someone who likes to stay on strike for most of his time. Just has a poke at that one and pierces the offside just like absolute precision, and he picks up yet another boundary. So it is Gulras who joins the party, and looks like Nageshwaran is having a tough day early on. He can't be bowling short pitch deliveries to absolute experienced batters like Gulrez and Ahmed Zubaidi here. So he's making a kind of debut in the senior format. We have seen him during that under 16 tournament, and he's done exceedingly well. Of course, you have to accept that. And you can see that there's a little bit of nerve alongside that excitement. So it's definitely a dream for the fast bowlers to play against the seniors, but it's another to just stick to the basics and produce the good deliveries as often as he can. So he's donning that jersey, and right now he's steaming in. But so far he's been slightly shorter pitched, and for my liking, especially with that new ball, it's better to just hover around that fuller length and just allow that ball that little bit of more air so that it can take it away from the right-hander. Definitely, we have two right-handers out there in the middle, and so far he's done a good job. In the aspect of economy, he can do a little bit better, but hint of swing, and that is put away beautifully all along the carpet. Ahmed Zubaid is starting to look like he's threatening, and he's definitely on a roll. Already 14 of the first over, and someone needs to come in to just apply the brakes on that scoring rate. Look at that. Just looking to get a little bit of in swing, but once again, the fault there is the fact that he's been a little bit short pitched. So maybe when he comes back, he needs to be a little bit more smart about his bowling. But really, it's good that Selangor is allowing the young fast bowler to just have a go out there against the experienced campaigners in Ahmed Zubaidi and Gulrez. As often as we have seen, it's only the second over, and Vijay Unni, the skipper himself, has tossed the ball to himself. He's a very experienced off spinner, even though he's young. That's really kind of boldness that we have seen from him. And look at how he starts. Excellent control and discipline. It's 14 for no loss on the board already. Johor have definitely started to look like they're batting with intent. And definitely we have to say that Vijay Undi is the right man for the job. He's trying to break the rhythm here. And so far he's done very good in attacking the stump. Vijay Undi is not just a bowler. Oftentimes we've seen him as more like a chess master. He knows how the fielders are moving like puzzle pieces. We can see that mid-off is up, deep square is out. And that is smashed away nicely. Just finds the gap this time. And we have to give full credit to Gulrez. He picked up the length quite beautifully and he smashes it. Excellent shot from Gulrez to get off the mark. Even though he picked a single, that's the first boundary that he has received. Just have a look at that one. Just slightly on the leg stump, and that is enough for Gulrez to pick a boundary out of it. And that shows how classy and how experienced he is. Vijay taking a little bit of time, and so far he's definitely searching for a little bit of drift, and that is much better. He's attacking the stump on that occasion and just keeps Gulrez a little bit modest. Once again, shorter pitch. This time doesn't find the gap, straight to the fielder, and it's a dot ball. Gulrez will feel that he has missed out on a boundary. But so far, in spite of conceding that four on the third ball, I think Vijay has made a good comeback. All he needs is to get a number in that wickets column, and he'll be very happy with himself. Shorter pitch delivery this time. I think it is Nageshwaran who fumbles a little bit, and that doesn't cost him though. It's a dot to finish. 2 overs done. It's 18 without loss. Looks like Johor is off to a very good start. In spite of that expensive first over, it looks like Vijay Unni is trusting Nageshwaran with his second, and that says a lot. There's a lot of trust, there's a lot of belief, and it says that definitely he's got the captain's backing. So with that, he's once again started off a little bit on the shorter side of the pitch, and that is good enough for the batters to pick up a single. Ahmed Zubaidi is 10 of just 5 deliveries, and Gulrez Mohammed is 9 of 8. So both the batters are striking well above 100. Even though there has not been any kind of extras so far, I think Johor is definitely going to take that start. The captain's belief at this age is definitely something that is priceless. When the captain hands you the ball so early, especially in the power play under that little bit of pressure, it really grooms you as a bowler and definitely can do wonders for your confidence as well. So Vijay isn't just managing a match here, he's definitely nurturing a future, and that tells us a lot about his leadership. Definitely Malaysia cricket can look at him as a prospect for future captaincy material as well, and we can understand that there is potential. For the first time, a loose delivery from Nageshwaran in terms of over pitching. That's a low full toss put away nicely by Gulrez. Excellent effort in the deep, and just is able to keep that before reaching the boundary. Full credit to the fielder, and with that, it will be down to just a couple of runs. So that is something that is required as well when you're playing at this level, especially against Johor, who are going all guns blazing. So that effort was definitely required. It was that young fielder, Aras Azmi, who's done phenomenal job at the deep, and we have to give him credit. It is still early days and the energy is definitely there. But one thing is talking about energy and the other is definitely putting it out there. So it was 3 runs. So excellent running between these two. They have fresh legs at the moment and they're just utilizing it. This time it is straight to the fielder, in and out, should have been taken, and Nageshwaran will be very disappointed. It's that same fielder who's done exceedingly well just before this delivery, and this time he just missed it out on a sitter. Just have a look at that replay. Wasn't the best of deliveries, if you ask me, but it was flicked away straight to the fielder there, just eyeing that catch, and he just fumbles it. Perhaps he was too excited about it, but that's really the first breakthrough that presented itself, but eventually gone down. And this time it is much better fielding because the ball just travels straight to Vijay Unni at mid-off, and it's a dot. So this is turning out to be a good over where plenty of things have happened for both the sides. Nageshwaran just trying to chip a wicket here. He's gotten a little bit of in-swing going his way and looks like he's trying to capitalize on it. The best thing in his over has been the fact that this time he's just trying to bowl it fuller. And with the keeper up close, that's been a good delivery once again. So he finishes with a dot ball, and this over goes for just 4 runs. So much better from Nageshwaran. He's putting faith on his captain, and he will definitely be required for a couple of more overs. So with that, 3 overs done, it's 22 without loss. And the captain is back into the attack. And here he starts his second. That's a good delivery and nicely swept away this time from Gulrez. And that will go all the way to the boundary. Talk about confidence and talk about class. That is something you associate with Gulrez and on full display here. Just let's have a look at that replay. Slightly quicker through the air and he was targeting the off stump. So the batter just trying to play it in front of square. And it's really the placement that takes the ball all the way to the boundary. And from up here, we can see that there's a few patches of green as well on that good length area. Short pitch this time and smashed away on the leg side. Gulrez Mohammad is turning on the heat here and is quickly moved on to 20 of just 12 deliveries. So that is phenomenal, especially because he's targeting the captain here. And once you're able to unsettle someone like Vijay Unni, I think momentum will definitely be your way. So full credit to Johor, and their opening partnership is definitely clicking. I was talking about a few green patches right around that good length area as well. This time he doesn't get the best of connection, but that goes all the way to long on, and that will only be a single. So the green patches are just hovering around that good length, and it's just short of that driving length. Vijay must have already taken note of that, and maybe that's why he's just trying to pitch it in that good length area. So perhaps when the seamers come in, they should target that area as well because the ball might just hold a little bit, it might jag up, and deviations can be achieved if the ball is pitched in that area. A loose delivery this time, and Ahmed Zubaidi is happily guiding that away to the leg side. But once again, the ground fielding has been exceptional, and it will only be a couple of runs. But definitely, it looks like both the batters are looking quite settled in, and this is turning out to be a very scary partnership for Selangor. Vijay Unni usually relies on relentless discipline, usually bowls that back of the length and he hits the seam and attacks the stump. But this time it's short pitched and pulled away with a lot of authority, but doesn't get the timing right. So that's why it will be kept down to a single run and just one more delivery remaining. So far, I think Vijay Unni hasn't been the best of himself, but we have often seen him. He can come back quite strongly. These are still early days, still has plenty of overs remaining in this innings as well as a captain and as a bowler. Definitely needs to raise up his hand and raise to the occasion. And look at that, much better delivery. That one rises up and surprises Gulrez Mohammad. eventually finishes with a dot ball. 4 overs done. It's 34 without loss. But at this stage, we'll have to say that momentum is truly with Johor. Someone definitely needs to step up because this is a very long batting lineup. We know that there are the likes of Samsul Ikmal alongside Hassan Masood, Samiullah Khan, Mohammad Amir Azim, as well as the captain Shadat Ramli. So many batters waiting to have a go. Definitely with 34 without loss, just after the completion of 4 overs, Johor batters will be just licking their lips and be just eager to go out there and express themselves. And with that, once again, it is Nageshwaran into the attack. That is absolutely beautiful. This will definitely raise the confidence of the young bowler. But look at that, smashed away with the use of wrist, beautifully flicked away this time. And it is Ahmed Zubaidi who has looked so strong on that leg side. He's done so good. Every time the ball is pitched in his zone, he's perfectly timed it and he's picked up boundaries at regular intervals. Look at that, just deviating down the leg side. And the batter did not really require to do much. Once again, Nageshwaran starts off with a boundary, and this time he'll be just chasing to get a few dot balls in. It's never easy to bowl to someone like Ahmed Zubaidi, and I can assure you, whenever he hits, the ball stays hit. This time it will be a wide on the offside, so definitely Nageshwaran is overcompensating, and the batters are looking very set. Looks like pressure is getting onto him. And this is what can teach a lot to the young fast bowler. He's exposed to someone like Ahmed Zubaidi, who's been an opener for the national team. So definitely it is never easy to bowl to someone who's so experienced. Look at that. He smashed it away. Zubaidi, you're absolute beauty. That is class. That is composure. And that is a batter who looks like he's got all the time in the world. Look at how quick he was with his hand. And the wrist work is all that was required on that occasion to put that low full toss away. As you can see, that was really a ball that was asking for trouble, and he's delivered it with perfection. What a shot from Ahmed Zubaidi. He's moved on to 21 of just 12 deliveries. So this is turning out to be a very scary partnership. And Nageshwaran really needs to make a comeback here. He's gone for 27 runs of just 2.2. It's been very expensive, and especially given that he's such a good tournament before, a lot was expected of him. He has a very good run up and he has a very good release as well. But so far, he hasn't been able to produce the result. This time, he pitches the ball in that patchy green area on that pitch and looks like he gets that extra bit of bounce. Keeper does well. So far, we have to say that Ahmed Zubaidi has not just been hitting the ball, I think he's been caressing it like an artist. And the strokes were just like he's painting with a brush on a canvas. That's how exquisite the timing has been. And look at that. Talk about timing. Once again, smashes it on the offside with a lot of disdain. And he's looked equally good when he's played shots on the offside as well as on the leg side. It's just that on different kind of deliveries, he's gone to different arsenal, but the results have been the same. He's kept the scoreboard ticking, and definitely he's looked a man who doesn't really go with a lot of flush, but he's playing with a lot of charisma here. Once again, turning out to be a very expensive over, already considered 13, and he has two more deliveries to go. He needs to finish well because this is turning out to be a nightmare of an outing for Nageshwaran. This time a change of pace, and Zubaidi trying to go down the track, and the throw should have been at the stump. But you have to give credit to Gulraiz. He trusted his partner. He has gone with that single, and that is why both the batters are still safe. So these are some things that you can obviously learn when you're watching this game, because sometimes when the batter usually makes a call, then the non-striker doesn't oblige, and that is when miscommunications take place, and there is always a chance of a run out. This time they evaded, and we have to compliment their understanding. Gulraiz has also looked so good. He's 21 of 14 deliveries, and that is going to be another wide, turning out to be a very expensive over. This has been a tough introduction to the big stage for young Nageshwaran. At the moment, he's considered 32 in just 2.5 overs, and the batters have definitely come very hard at him. They've absolutely shown no mercy, and you can definitely sense the nerves. Maybe they're trying a bit, maybe he's trying a bit too hard with the ball, and in the process, we can see that on a couple of occasions in this over as well, he's lost the line, and this time it is short and wide once again, smashed away. You can see that the shoulders are dropping. The captain Vijay Unni was on the frame, and the cameraman has done a good work to expose how disappointed he is. So this is a cruel classroom, if you ask me, especially this format. One over, you're a hero. One match, you're thinking that you have everything going your way, but the next you're fetching balls from the boundary. So that's how it goes in T20 cricket. It doesn't wait for you to settle in, especially when you're bowling in the power play against the likes of Gulrez Muhammad and Ahmed Zubaidi. 5 overs done, it's 53 without loss, and definitely after winning the toss, Vijay Unni would not have dreamt of such a dreadful start. So 1 over to go, and it will be Vijay Unni to continue. He doesn't have too many options right now. The rest of the bowling attack seems a little inexperienced, and so it's really a lot on him. But sometimes expensive overs can rub onto you as well. And we've seen Vijay who's been so economical throughout. Today he's going at a rate of 8 and over. For the first time, we're seeing a misfield as well. So that will be good enough for a couple of runs. And that really tells us a lot about confidence of fielders as well. When they're going well, you can see the fielders just coming with some outstanding effort in the outfield, especially with the dives and with the catching as well. But when the bowlers are bowling a few deliveries where the batters are freeing their arms, usually shifts the confidence from the fielders as well. So with that, Vijay Unni will be just trying to pick up a wicket, but looks very difficult at the moment because of how nicely they're playing. On that occasion, the ball bounces a little bit more than Ahmed Zubaidi anticipated, and that will be a dot ball. It's been a day where the lengths have been slightly inconsistent. We've seen a few short pitch deliveries, and we've also seen the line of the ball to be quite generous, just like on that occasion. The slog sweep is out, and a couple of bounces and takes it all the way to the boundary. Excellent shot from Ahmed Zubaidi. We've seen a few very good looking slog sweeps from both the batters, if you ask me. Ahmed Zubaidi has done it just now, as you can see in the replay. That was on the off stump, but it's really the length that allows Ahmed Zubaidi to play that shot. But we have to give him full credit to be able to judge it so early. Looks like he has that extra bit of time as well. And with that, he's quickly moved on to 32 of 18. This time he creates a little bit of room and punishes that on the offside. What a turnaround this is from Ahmed Zubaidi. He was looking for a little bit of form. He was playing on reputation here, and this time he's just justifying the cause. He's the trailblazing opener, and he's having such a good day. It was short on the offside, and especially given the fact that he created that little bit of room as well, that ball was always going to travel. So 2 boundaries conceded of consecutive deliveries, and makes a nice comeback on the fifth delivery. So turning out to be another expensive over. Vijay Unni has also conceded a few runs. He's conceded 26 in just 2.5. So what really needed to be a momentum shifting over has been expensive. And look at that once again, pierces the gap. The dive was there, but the ball was always winning that race. So we have to say that things have not gone according to the plan for Vijay Unni. He's conceded 2 more runs and finished off his third over by conceding 28 runs. He hasn't picked up any wickets. So the decision to bring himself on early hasn't also quite benefited the team. We haven't seen any tight overs so far. The batters have come out with intent and clarity. They've put the pressure on the skipper himself. But one thing that the captain will be definitely happy is the fact that the power play is over, and now there will be more protection so he can bring in his other bowlers just to get a grip of this game, because otherwise things are drifting away quite quickly for Selangor. And right now, Johor is definitely on the charge here. And we have a change in the bowling. We are seeing Jawad, who's introduced into the attack. But the result is the same. Look at that. That was short and wide and cut away with elegance on that occasion from Gulrez Muhammad. What a shot that is. And look at that footwork. If you just see that replay, the back foot play was absolutely perfect. Makes that room and then just pierces that on the offside. So what a partnership this is turning out to be. Already 69 without loss, and absolutely Johor is setting the stage on fire. Zubaidi is 38 of 21, and he's batted like an absolute whirlwind. And on the other side, it has been Gulrais, who's played like a storm in his own right. At the moment, he's 29 of just 16 deliveries, and he's looked so good when he's played that cut shot as well as those flick of the wrist. And he's definitely punishing anything loose. And one thing that I have to also mention is the fact that both these batters actually run very hard between the wicket as well. This time a fuller delivery goes straight to the fielder, but not collected on the first attempt. Batters decide not to take a single on that, but definitely we have to say that he's kept the scoreboard ticking and he's batted with ruthless efficiency. Zubaidi, on the other hand, has batted like a man he's got a reputation of. He's batted with a lot of swagger, and he knows exactly what he wants from this innings. And frankly speaking, the bowlers haven't been able to make any kind of mark yet. Short pitch delivery. This time he's a little late. There is a chance, and that's a wicket. We have to say that Gulraz has thrown away the wicket on that occasion. It was asking to be hit, but this time he doesn't get the timing, nor he was in that position to play that pull shot. It's been a good innings, and he scored 29 of just 18 deliveries. So Johor is definitely going to take it. But on the other hand, exactly what Vijay Unni would have wanted from Jawad here. You have to say that was a surprise delivery, even though it was not having that kind of pace to rush on to Gulrez. But Gulrez looked very uncomfortable when he was trying to negotiate with it. So, very good change up definitely from Jawad Ali. But that brings out the first breakthrough for Selangor. With that, it's 69 with a loss of one. 6.3 overs have been completed, but in comes another dangerous batter. It is Amir Azim who's walking out to the middle. We know how explosive he can be. He's known to be that pocket dynamite, and we'll have to see how he goes on because this is a stage that is already set for a batter like Amir Azim. We'll have to wait and watch how he goes about this innings, and we'll have to see if he continues the way that Ahmed Zubaidi and Gulrais has been going on. So just to recap, it was Jawad Ali who's picked up a wicket here, and that too off a surprise bouncer. He fired that ball short, and it was a sharp delivery. The batter definitely attempted the pull shot, but the shot came out. It wasn't really in full control. The ball was a little bit high for him, and he did not get hold of it. So really, we have to give credit to Jawad Ali, and we have to give credit to his approach. It is the bold and aggressive approach that Vijay Unni was searching for, and he showed great nerves and skill to just be able to mix it so nicely. So with that, we have to say that Selangor is looking for just that little bit of a chance to get back in this game, and that is the moment that Vijay Unni was looking for. This time there is a left and right hand combination. It is Amir Azim, the left-hander, who's on strike, and Jawad to continue. A fuller delivery at the base of the stump to start off proceedings for Amir Azim, and just is eyeing his bat here. That is his prized possession. He doesn't want the bat to be just taking those blows at the toe end because usually these are the kind of deliveries that can destroy a bat. So, a good introduction that Zawad Ali has given Amir Azim. He's looking to pick up his wicket and maybe castle him. Let's see if he continues doing that. Short pitch delivery this time thrashes it away on the offside, and that is the kind of shot and stroke making that Amir Azim is known to do. Look at that. That is a shot of the day, if you ask me. Just came out to bat, doesn't have enough time to settle in, and cut away so nicely. And that ball just rolls away along the carpet and reaches the boundary in style. So even though he's picked up a wicket, he hasn't been able to control the runs. And at the moment, it's quickly 73 with the loss of one. We have one more delivery remaining, and the fielding side looks like they're still searching for that bowler who can bowl a little bit more economically. One more delivery here coming in, this time down the leg side. Have to say that Amir Azim has missed out on that one. It will be a single to finish the over. So Amir Azim will keep strike, 7 overs done. It's 74 with the loss of one. Just let's have a look at the batting card. The two openers came out with intent. Hamid Zubair is still out there, 38 of 21. And Gul Rais played a very good hand, 29 of 18. And just now, it is Mohammad Amir Azim who's walked out to the middle and already picked up a boundary. So far, they've bowled with a little bit of discipline in terms of not giving away too many extras. But it's just that they've pitched the ball in the wrong areas more often than not. And that has really allowed the batters to just free their arms and pick up boundaries in regular intervals. With that, I'm very happy to see the introduction of Hasnain. He's a bowler who controls the run flow. Even in the T10 format, we've seen him doing a very good job in terms of economy. And right now, coming from that kind of a form, he will want to translate it into the T20 cricket, especially coming against the likes of Ahmed Zubaid and Amir Azim. It is not going to be easy, but this is going to be a character building phase for Hasnain here. Starts off with loosener, but not too much of damage is done. Amir Asim, we have to say, has missed out on a couple of occasions this time when the ball was pitched down the leg side. Should have been put away, but the balls have only resulted in singles. Ahmed Zubaid is back on strike at the moment, 38 of just 21 deliveries. And Hasnain is known to bowl those quicker ones and targeting the stumps even now. So we'll have to see if he can pick up a wicket here. And doesn't allow any kind of time for Hasnain to settle in, advances down the ground and smashes it over long off for yet another boundary. That is his eighth boundary already, and that is telling us something, isn't it? This is the kind of form you expect from the opening batter, and he's delivering it. Look at that replay. Fuller delivery on the offside, and the shot selection was the key. The right shot at the right ball, and the execution is perfect as well. So moved on to 42 here and just continues from there on. Plays it down to the long on and picks up a single quite comfortably. A good delivery this time to the left-hander, trying to just drift it into his pad and just not allowing him to free his arm. So no width provided, and that is why batter is kept modest. Once again, repetition of a similar sort of a delivery. And Amir Azim, who likes to have that little bit of width, so far has been content very well by Hasnain Ahmed. One more delivery remaining. In spite of conceding the boundary, this is a good one and finishes off quite nicely, even though he'll pick up a single there. So just 6 runs off it, 8 overs done. It's 81 with the loss of one. With 8 overs gone, it is Johor that looks like they're absolutely cruising at the moment, 81 with the loss of one. And definitely, we have to say that the engine of this innings has been Zubaidi. Is still humming very beautifully at the moment, 43 of just 23 balls. And what a knock this has been so far. He's batting like he's got some kind of a cheat code against this bowling lineup. He's timing the ball nicely, he's placed the ball nicely as well. Everything looks like they're in sync. Good looking shot. This time there's a chance of a run out, but the batter completes it quite easily in the end. Subaidi has definitely looked like he's been two steps ahead. He hasn't just found the gaps, he's definitely looked like he's creating them. And at the other end, it is Amir Azim who's just walked out to the middle. He scored 6 of 8 deliveries, so he's still finding his feet. But definitely credit where it's due. Hasnain bowled a very good previous over, as well as Jawad Ali, who's picked up that wicket of Gulrez. And he's back to bowl his second over, considered just one run in that first ball. Beautiful looking delivery this time, and he would have felt better if he was able to stop it. And excellent running once again to have picked up a single from that delivery. Jawad is definitely bowling with a lot of control, and he hasn't really allowed batters to play with any kind of free arms. And so far, he's conceded just a couple of runs in this over. So this is where the captain Vijay Unni will want him to continue and just get some kind of a hold in terms of the scoring rate of the batters. So pendulum is slightly swinging, if you ask me. Somehow we've seen a few quiet overs, and maybe Zubaidi has a 50 in his mind and just playing according to that. But just when I say that, it is Amir Azim who's picked up a boundary, and it was Midon who was inside the circle. And just when he found that gap, it was always a boundary on the card. You can see the replay. Jawad is trying to bowl the Yorker, but this time the batter advances just a couple of steps down the ground, and the timing is once again exquisite to take it all the way to the boundary. Oh, that is wavered. This time he attempted that short pitch delivery, and Amir Azim is definitely not the tallest batter out there. But even if it was someone else, that was way over the head. So not in control this time with that delivery. But you have to say that he changed it and mixed it up quite nicely. Amir Azim is at the moment 10 of 9 deliveries, and once he starts going, things will be very difficult for Selangor. So early on in this innings, they'll be just trying to pick up a wicket. And look at that. That is played straight to the fielder. This is what pressure can do. And Amir Azim has to walk back to the pavilion. Once again, it is Jawad Ali who's picked up a wicket. And this time he knew what Amir Azim was trying to do, allowed the ball to be just in that area. And Amir Azim just picked up that one fielder in the deep. So he'll be disappointed with his outing. He scored a run ball 10 run, and now he has to walk back to the pavilion. This is a big moment in the game. Just have a look at that replay. Steaming in was Jawad Ali and pitched up the ball just in that leg stump corridor, allowing Amir Azim to just smack it on the leg side. But he had the fielder placed in the right position and eventually has no hesitation and grips it quite perfectly. So picks up a wicket here, and right now the score is 88 with the loss of 2. And in comes Hassan Masood. He's another batter who's known for his classy stroke play, and he's definitely someone who, if is allowed to spend a little bit of time, can get very dangerous out there. So Hassan Masood, another left-hander, replaces Amir Azim. So the left-hand right-hand combination is still to continue, but definitely talking about that ball previously delivered by Jawad Ali. He has 2 wickets for him already, and this has definitely allowed Selangor to just come back slightly in this contest. Amir Azim was looking to accelerate. He tried to take the bowler on, and just on that occasion, it was maybe slightly slower. And Amir Azim went for that big shot, but all he could manage was the timing, but he did not get that elevation. So the ball went straight to the fielder in the deep, and definitely it is a massive breakthrough. At the moment, score is 88 with the loss of 2, and we have 2 more deliveries from Jawad Ali to finish off this over, which has been very productive for Selangor here. First up to Hassan Masood, and what a right corridor maintained by him. This is the kind of bowling that can often be rewarding, and good captaincy as well from Vijay Unni. He's introduced the slip fielder as well. We know that Hassan Masood is someone who just wants to play those drives, so maybe if the bowler is persisting on that off stump corridor, he can pick up a nick here as well. So have to give him credit. Let's see if Jawad can be a little more sharp and clever with his delivery here and pick up one more. He's considered just 15 runs, and that is exactly what he does. Beautifully bowled. Only thing he wanted from that was just Hassan Masood to get a nick on it, but eventually finishes off with a dot ball. 9 overs done. It's 88 with a loss of 2, and looks like Selangor is making a comeback here. Look at that replay. Excellent line and length from Jawad, pitching the ball in that patch where there is a little bit of green on this pitch and gets that carry as well. So definitely this has been a good start from Jawad Ali, and he's looked the bowler who's done the most damage. If we talk about the bowlers today, Nageshwaran was introduced with the new ball. Although he got a little bit of movement, Ahmed Zubaidi and Gulrez definitely just took him apart. He conceded 37 runs in his 3 overs. Vijay Unni was bowling from the other end, has also been expensive from what he usually delivers. He's conceded 28 runs in his 3 overs as well. So after that onslaught, it was Jawad Ali who was introduced. So in his 2 overs, he's picked up 15. He's gone for 15 runs and picked up 2 wickets. And he was supported well by Hasnan Ahmed, gone for just 1 over. In that, he went for 6 runs. This time it is Ahmed Zubaidi just trying to pick up on his rhythm here. But the fielder is placed once again to the perfect area and just gets a single. So Zubaidi moves on to 45 of 25 deliveries. And it is Hassan Masood who's going to face Hasnan. Tosses it up this time, but the drive is beautiful, and he plays straight down to Saifullah Malik, who does well, and that is only going to be another single. So here's this little chapter that is starting to take over. Hassan Masood has walked in, and Johor is already 2 down. So immediately he's up against a man who's bowled so well, and there's that mistake, that false shot, and the fielder will take it. Soft dismissal, really. It is that prize wicket. Ahmed Zubaidi falls, and exactly what Hasnan was looking for. Just have a look at that replay. Oh, yes, it is Zubaidi, the mainstay that is gone. He has perished. And this is a massive moment in this game. He tried to go big one more time and maybe just lost his shape, and the ball went sky high. The fielder settled in quite nicely and eventually takes a very clean catch. So he's caught and he's gone. So Johor lose the man who was definitely painting the masterpiece out there. And even though we have to say that he's gone out, not before, he's played a very good hand. He scored 45 of just 26 deliveries. And with that, the players will have that little bit of drinks. So we'll be back with live action. Stay tuned. The score is 91 with a loss of 3. Just about 9.4 overs have been completed. So the timing also could not be more dramatic, if you ask me. Just one sip of water and the momentum gone. So that's really T20 cricket at its absolute best. And talk about gorgeous looking shots. That was nicely placed. This time the fielder just gets that little bit of a hand, and that is why the ball doesn't run away to the boundary. It will be a couple of runs, and it is Hassan Masood at the moment. He scored 3 or 4 deliveries, so definitely needs to be a good innings from him. And he's up against Hasnain, who's bowled so well today. This time down the leg side, easy picking for Hasnain. He'll be able to pick up a run here, but once again, just 6 runs conceded by Hasnain Ahmed. He finishes his second, 12 runs he's conceded, and he's picked up a wicket. So 10 overs done. It's 94 with a loss of 3. And really, we have to once again talk about Zubaidi, who was batting like a dream, playing on a different pitch and a different tempo. And right now, with Zubaidi gone back at the hut, Selangor definitely sense that there is that opening. You can feel it. The fielders are once again starting to look louder. The bowlers are definitely buzzing, and definitely the crowd will be back on their seat. It's definitely all about composure. Johor needs someone to just rebuild, and Selangor definitely will be just eyeing to hunt a few more wickets. So, with that, we see the introduction of Prashant, another very experienced campaigner. This is the first time he's brought into the attack today, but definitely I think this is the right decision, especially given the fact that the spinners have done so well. We know Vijay has been slightly expensive, but Hasnain has been absolutely phenomenal. You have to give credit to the medium pacer Jawad Ali as well. It is him who picked up those 2 wickets and brought his side in terms of just gaining momentum in their way. And with that, it is Prashant who started off, just considered a single. Shadat Ramli will be on strike, very experienced campaigner, and the other thing is he's in tremendous form. Prashant Madhukar will be very aware about Shadat Ramli and his scoring areas. And we all know that he has a very good sweep shot as well. And especially against Prashant, I think he will just keep that shot in his mind. Starts off nicely by guiding it towards the leg side and picks up a single to go off the mark. And that is his second single. Hassan Masood is on strike, 5 of 6. And this is once again a left hand right hand combination. That is what they have maintained, especially after the fall of the opener. Hassan Masood this time rocks back on the back foot and plays it down the ground for another single. And as long as the two batters just deal in singles, I don't think Selangor will be too unhappy. Fuller delivery this time, a valiant effort by the fielder at backward point. It is that man, Hasnain Ahmed, who's done so well, because if he didn't, the ball would have just raced away to the boundary. Just look at that effort. Diving in and is able to stop it quite nicely with a little bit of support from his teammate. So just a single of a delivery which could have definitely considered a boundary. Excellent effort. These are the kind of effort you need when you want momentum in your way. And definitely these can uplift the bowler's morale as well. Just one more delivery remaining in this 11th over. Prashant is now bowling to Shahadat, and a good delivery this time. So it will just be a single. So with that, 100 comes on the board, and this is where the game is definitely in balance. I think Selangor will be a little bit happy, especially because the 3 batters are now back at the hut. One more wicket here, and they will definitely come right in the game. So this is where Selangor needs to be very smart, and they will definitely need some smart field placement. That has to be with, in addition to some disciplined bowling as well. And pressure in cricket definitely comes in when you are able to mix those two things. You sometimes don't need magic deliveries, you need to build on a few dot deliveries as well. So Hasnan has done a good job in terms of cutting off the singles, and he has already made someone like Ahmed Zubaidi play that false shot. So with Shadat Ramli, I think they can bring in a fielder which can just make that single a little bit difficult to get. Just like that, he has managed yet another one. And these are the kind of singles that usually just help the batter settle in quite nicely. And after someone like Shadat Ramli has settled in, he can definitely be very dangerous. So we'll have to see who can pick up a wicket here. And Hasnan Ahmed is definitely what the captain believes in. Hassan Masood drives that nicely. This time the fielder at short cover does very well and is able to stop that single. So far, Hasnan is someone who'll be very aware of the way that Hassan Masood plays his cricket, and that's why he's kept that short cover in play, because we know that Hassan Masood likes to play those cover drives. This time, use of the soft hand, and that is nicely played. Some smart batting we're seeing from Hasnan, as some smart batting we're seeing from Hassan Masood as well as Shadat Ramli. And so far, Hasnan has done a good job in terms of not scoring any kind of boundaries in his over. The slip goes back to backward point. Three more deliveries remaining. It is Shadat Ramli on strike, with provided this time, and that is placed away on the offside, but deep backward point does well, and that will only be a single. Hasnan will be happy, and singles and doubles are definitely not going to cut it for Johor from this stage. They'll want to eye for a few boundaries, and it will be very interesting to see who the captain BAYUEMAS decides to bring back into the attack. It was Prashant Madhukar, who's bowled a good over previously, gone for just 6 runs. But I think Jawad Ali could be brought back in as well. He's done a good job in terms of picking up wickets as well. On that occasion, Hasnan bowled a low full toss, but it was not put away in the gap. So it will be yet another single. So far, only 4 singles in this over, and Hasnan has just given away 16 in his 2.5. He will want to finish it off nicely. Maybe just target the stump. That's what he does, and Shadat Ramli plays off the back foot and picks up a single here. It's 12 overs done. It's 105 with a loss of 3. And as predicted, it looks like it is Prashant Madhukar who's into the attack, and he'll want to just create the similar sort of a pressure that Hasnain Ahmed has maintained. So let's see how he goes. And here he comes with the start of his second over. Starts off nicely with a fuller delivery, just targeting the stump. And there is absolutely no rooms for Shadat Ramli to just able to open his arm. Starts off nicely here, and this is going to be a very crucial over. Nicely driven this time, all along the ground, and yet another single to bring back Hassan Masood on strike. A loose delivery this time, but not too much of a damage that is done. The fielder is able to gather it, and just another single. So definitely we are seeing some good old-fashioned pressure from Selangor here. The boundaries have definitely dried up, and you can feel that they're trying to squeeze in here. The fielders are definitely chirping. Flighted delivery this time. That is an opportunity for Shadat Ramli to pick up a boundary, and he's trying to oblige, but the fielder runs in and does a very good job to be able to stop it before the ball reaches that boundary. So we can see that the morals are once again lifted, and the bowlers are definitely on a string as well. Every dot ball is like a dagger to Johor's momentum because they started so well. Talk about the opening partnership. The first wicket fell at the score of 69. And this time, that trademark sweep shot. And look at that effort. Extremely well done by Nageshwaran there at the deep. That is why he's up and playing against these elder boys. He's very young, but look at that effort. And the camera work is also phenomenal. We have to give them credit. Look at that angle. Extremely well done. Excellent effort by the fielder. Nageshwaran single handedly is able to stop it. And a boundary that Shadat Ramli definitely deserved is not there. It is just a single. And look at that. Out of nowhere, a catch is taken. Excellent work by the bowler of his own bowling. Prashant strikes. And this is what momentum can do, especially if it's on your side. We have to give credit to Nageshwaran for that outstanding fielding effort. And right now, Hassan Masood, just trying to break the shackle, has gone out, playing to play one down the ground. And Prashant Madhukar has taken a blinder of a catch. And right now, Selangor will feel that momentum is definitely their way. Look at that. Boundaries were not coming, and that shot was definitely on. Fuller delivery this time with a little bit of drift, and the catch is taken off his own bowling. The umpire was definitely running away because he thought that the ball is traveling, but Prashant Madhukar had other ideas. Excellent work, and we have to give credit to the bowlers of Selangor to just pull them back in this contest. And here's Prashant to continue. This time cramps him up. And this is a good delivery to start off the new over from Hasnain, rather, because the wicket was off the last delivery. And talk about that wicket. It was Hassan Masood who has to depart. And that innings never really quite going, wasn't it? He scored just 10 runs of 13 deliveries. And we have to say that he scratched around, never found the timing. And in the end, the pressure of dots just choked him. Tried to force it. And on that occasion, played it straight to the bowler, who said, "Thank you very much." And he picks up the wicket. We have often talked about how fast bowlers hunt in pairs, but today we are seeing that Hasnain Ahmed and Prashant Madhukar has definitely hunted in pairs in terms of their off-spin ability. And so far, they have definitely just brought the momentum towards Selangor. Have to give credit to Vijay Unni as well for trusting his bowlers. And this time, we are seeing a disappointing effort from the fielder at point. Should have been stopped first time, but Ainul Hafiz is able to pick up 2 runs and he's off the mark as well. It is Jawad who's bowled so well, but on that occasion, the fielding should have definitely been better. Hasnan to continue, just 3 runs and some innovation, but no connection whatsoever. This is definitely something that Hasnan will be just wary of. We have seen Ainul Hafiz in very good form as well, and even just a couple of tournaments ago, he was the highest scorer in one of them. So really in good touch as well. But he's batting a bit too late for my liking. Maybe he can bat up the order, and that's where he belongs really. So far, he's gotten just the 3 runs now with that single of 4 deliveries that he has faced. But he's looking like he's in a situation which he doesn't really like. That is the rebuilding phase. He likes to bat with a lot of confidence. And at this stage, almost chipped it in straight to the bowler. This time it was Shadat Ramli, but just away from Hasnain. He's a bit disappointed, but he's done the good job. The dive was in, and maybe he landed on his right shoulder. And that will be a bit of a niggle. Just have a look at that replay. fuller delivery, and there was that leading edge just away from the left hand of Hasnain. There will be a little bit of a niggle, like I mentioned, but he will get over it because this is the completion of a very good spell. He's given away just 22 runs and picked up a wicket. And he was introduced when things were flowing for Johor, and he's done a good job to bring control for Selangor here. It is Prashant who is going to continue. He's himself bowled very well. He's picked up that wicket of Hassan Masood off a blinder of a catch. And right now he will continue up against Shadat Ramli and Ainul Hafiz. Starts off with a loose delivery, but the batters are trying to rebuild, so not in the mindset to be able to put those away. Single is taken, and it will be Ainul Hafiz on strike. We're almost approaching that critical back five, and this is where matches are either made or lost. Johor still have wickets in their hand, but the tempo has definitely dipped. The slog sweep is on this time up against Prashant, and this is looking huge, but just falls short of the fielder in the deep. For a moment, Prashant would have thought that he has another wicket, but the fielder, I think, had overrun and in the process did not really find himself in the suitable position to be able to take that catch. Look at that. The shot was definitely on, but the timing was not there. That is why the ball went aerial, but eventually the cap was found. So, good effort by Ainul Hafiz to be able to pick up a boundary here, and this is exactly what they needed. We have to give him credit because he's the batter who bats in that kind of a fashion, and to be able to continue, especially given the fact that the team has lost 4 wickets already, is definitely telling us a lot about the charisma of this man. This time plays it on the offside. The ball is running away. An effort will be required, and he does extremely well. Single-handed once again, just able to stop it. But 2 more runs are taken with a lot of ease, and looks like they've managed 3, haven't they? Excellent running between the wicket. Looks like a counter attack has begun, and Ainul Hafiz has come out with a bit of purpose. That is well bowled against Shadat Ramli this time, gets a dot ball. At the moment, Ainul Hafiz is 10 of 6 and he's looking just where he belongs. He's been showing us some crisp footwork, and definitely we have seen some clean hits as well. This time trying to cut that one away. Once again, it is played straight to Hasnain there at point. It will be a dot ball. Sometimes it's not just about the runs, it's just how you get them. And Ainul Hafiz has looked very good since the moment he has walked out to bat. A much better delivery this time. It is Shadat Ramli who chips it away down to long on, and he'll get another single. So, in the end, a good end to the over. 9 runs coming off it, and 15 overs completed. It's 124 with a loss of 4. Now in the last 5, it is Vijay Unni who has 1 more over remaining. Jawad Ali has a couple of overs remaining, and Prashant will have 1 remaining. So the rotation of the bowlers will be very important. And just when I say that, it is Vijay Unni who has decided to bring himself back in. So if we just rewind for a little bit of time, Johor were definitely flying early on. They were 65 without loss in just 6 overs, and what looked like definitely going to be just around that 190 to 200. I think Selangor have done very well to make a comeback. But it is Vijay Unni who's definitely not having the best of days. On that occasion, short and wide, and Shadat Ramli is able to cut that one so nicely, and he gets another boundary here. This is the first boundary for Shadat Ramli, and exactly what he needed. But we have to say that when the spinners entered, the other two spinners, that is Hasnan and Prashant, they were very calm, they were so well composed, and they definitely get a better grip from this surface. Hasnan finished his 4 overs, giving away just 22, and he picked up 1 wicket. Prashant as well went for just 20 in his three. So those two spinners really dominated that middle phase of the game. And Vijay Unni is now back. He's trying to replicate what his teammates have done. But we have to say that the spinners did not really try anything fancy. They just stuck to some good length and used the pace of the pitch. Eventually, were able to just choke the batters out there in the middle overs. The variations were definitely subtle, and we have to say that the control was excellent. This time, Ainul Haq is going for that innovation, trying to ramp it towards fine leg. Doesn't get the control. Eventually, it's a dot ball, but he's living dangerously here. We also have to talk about that brilliance which Prashant produced, and out of nowhere, he got that cotton bolt of Hassan Masood. That really was a momentum shifter and was a confidence booster on that occasion. Another couple of runs that are taken. It is Ainul Hafiz who's on strike, and he's done a good job. But we have to talk about Hasnain. He's been like an absolute phenom out there. He bowled with tight lines. He was bowling with clever flight as well, and he did not offer any kind of freebies. Just on that occasion, we saw another short pitch delivery from Vijay Unni, who struggled for a little bit of control out here today. And that is what good T20 sides do. Sometimes there is going to be a little bit of a hammering from the batters, but the bowlers will be able to just drag you back into the game. And Johor definitely now needs some kind of a strong finish. We have to give credit where it's due. Selangor have definitely so far wrestled back with momentum. Once again, it is a short pitch delivery. It will be a single to finish off. And once again, an expensive over from Vijay comes to completion. 16 overs done. It's 133 with a loss of 4. If you look at the way this game is shaping up and now heading towards the final four, this is the perfect time for Vijay Unni to bring back some of his best weapons that have delivered for him throughout today. So I am happy with the fact that Prashant is once again introduced into the bowling because Jawad and Prashant has definitely been the standout performers today. Jawad with those clever change of pace, and he's produced the key breakthroughs exactly when Selangor needed. And Prashant also has been very sharp in his spell, especially throughout those middle overs. And of course, once again, have to mention that reflex cotton ball that definitely changed the tone. So these are the overs when matches can sometimes slip away or definitely get sealed. So if Selangor are hoping to keep Johor in modesty, that will be important. But just when I say that, it is Ainul Hafiz who smashed one out of the ground and he's greeted Prashant with a maximum. Definitely what Johor would have needed. And exactly this is the right time to pick up some boundaries. So, what a result this is for Johor at this stage of the game. On that occasion, Prashant, who's been so mightily all day, has just floated one, and Ainul Hafiz obliged and put that one away. And after a six, a single. So excellent batting from Ainul Hafiz. He's a man who understands the game. He knows that he needs to stay for as long as he can. And he's batting with the captain at the other end, who definitely needs to go on from here. He's set out there. He's faced 21 deliveries for his 22 runs. This time smashes it down the ground. And Saifullah Malik is patrolling down at long off, does well, and keeps it down to a single. It is a very strange kind of an innings from Shadat Ramli. He's a man who's in very good form, so you really expected him to just go after the bowling, but he hasn't been able to pick up boundaries as frequently as he would have wanted to. And look at that, this time a reverse attempted from Ainul Hafiz. The reverse sweep was not connected, so it's a dot ball. Ainul Hafiz is so good down the ground. I wonder why he sometimes go after those innovation, because traditional shots have resulted him a lot of boundaries. And just like that, he has smashed one, and the fielder is underneath and takes it. Prashant has the last laugh. You hit him for a six. He's someone who remembers, and he picks up a wicket here. Prize wicket at this stage. Ainul Hafiz gone back, scoring just 20 of 13 deliveries. He's done his bit of cameo, but exactly when he needed to stay just that bit longer, it is Prashant who's picked up a wicket for Selangor. He finishes his spell, 4 overs given away, just 29 runs. So in the end, the economy is just 7.25. You gotta take it at this stage, especially because Johor was going with all guns blazing. And the two spinners, Hasnain and Prashant, have definitely done a fantastic job with the overs in between them. Just 51 runs in the 8 overs between them, and they have picked up 3 wickets as well. So that really tells us how good the spinners have been, and there is definitely another chance to pick up a few more here. It is Mohammad Shadat Ramli who's still out there. He scored 23 of 22, but someone needs to keep an eye on the scoring rate as well. So, for the sake of Johor, they'll be hoping that it will be the captain who gets on from here, but the bowling changes will be something that I'll be very interested in, especially in someone like Jawad Ali, who's been so well with the ball. He's gone for just 15 runs and he's picked up 2 wickets. He's having a good day, but so late in this innings, looks like we're going to see the introduction of Azmi. He's not someone who's bowled today, so this can go either ways here. Maybe he's just trying to introduce him as someone who can complete the over of Nageshwaran, who's been very expensive. So have to see how it goes. It is Aras Azmi introduced, and he'll be up against Shadat Ramli. Just 3 overs now remaining in this innings, and the game is in the balance, if you ask me. Shadat Ramli, the skipper, is definitely holding fort with 23 of 22. He's trying to anchor the innings, but right now he definitely needs to explode. And from the other end, we are seeing a fresh face. It is Mohammad Fitri who's walked out to partner him. For the first time today, we're seeing Aras Azmi, the medium pacer, into the attack, and he's come out to bowl right at the death. So definitely some brave captaincy from Vijay Unni. You don't often throw the ball to someone so fresh in the later part of the innings, and maybe Aras has got that golden arm reputation, or maybe it's just a very gut call, and we'll have to wait and see how it goes from here because definitely it can swing both ways. So this is one of those big moments. Aras will definitely surprise everyone if he's bowling a game-changing over in this one. But on the other hand, if this is expensive, this can definitely work in the favor of Johor. So high risk, high reward. We're waiting to see if there is some firework or there is a collapse. Starts off beautifully against the new batter Mohammad Fitri, just sticking to that good old hard length here and is able to produce a dot ball. I think he just needs to maintain it. Just by keeping Mohammad Shadat Ramli away from the strike, the captain will be very happy. And he's done exactly that in that previous delivery. Just wants to continue doing that. This time, a low full toss chips it away on the leg side, and the ball is running away to the boundary. That is some poor bowling. Should have stuck to that length and just trying to go for a yorker, perhaps. Mohammad Fitri has definitely done a good job. That was in his zone, and he did not look to overhit it. If you see, just the timing that is written all over it, and that is gorgeous enough to take it all the way to the boundary. So, some good batting we're seeing late in this innings, especially from Ainul Hafiz first, now from Mohammad Fitri, Mohammad Sham. So, here he is facing for delivery. Walks down this time, guides it towards point. Good effort there, but the single is still managed, and it will be Shadat Ramli on strike. So can he start to explode here? That is going to be the big question. Just have a look at the replay, how good his wrist work is, guiding it nicely and almost picking up a gap. And if he was able to do it, maybe even that could have raced away to the boundary. Two more deliveries now. If he gets a couple of dot balls, the captain will be absolutely very happy with him. We'll have to see how he goes here. Beautifully bowled this time, the Yorker, and look at that. Fitri is running away at the other end. The throw could have been at the stump. It's a young wicketkeeper we have today from Selangor, and the throw was not at the stump. So our dot ball that we talked about, he has delivered it. Can he produce another one? This is going to be the last ball from Muhammad Aras Azmi. It's considered just 6 runs. You have to take it at this stage, and he's just trying to finish it nicely, and he does. He'll concede just a single, and the captain will definitely be happy with that. So 7 runs coming off it, and 18 overs done. It's 149 with a loss of 5. So this decision from Vijay Unni has turned out to pay dividends. Aras Azmi had been given the ball from Vijay Unni in the 18th over of the game, and he conceded just 7 runs. So he was definitely calm under pressure, although he bowled that one low full toss, which was placed away by Mohammad Fitri for a boundary. But other than that, he has definitely shown that he has ice in his veins. So maybe he can come back to bowl another over. But I'm definitely happy to see Jawad Ali back into the attack. He's picked up 2 wickets, given away just 15 runs, and at one stage he was looking very threatening. He had previously picked up the wicket of Gulrez Mohammad as well as the very dangerous Amir Azim. So can he deliver the goods here? It is up against the captain Shadad Ramli. This time a lot of power involved, and he smashes it, but should be just a one. You can see how strong that shoulder is from Saifullah Malik, and the throw is quite accurate as well. So no chance for that second, and it is Fitri who is on strike. The right arm medium pace is coming over the wicket against him. I would just be happy to see just him trying to come round the wicket against the left-hander to just close in that angle, just like what in the previous over we had seen from someone like Aras Azmi. So we'll have to see how this goes, because I get the impression that Mohammad Fitri is someone who's very strong on the leg side. So maybe he's able to do it when the ball is in that area. And yes, it is. There is a fielder though, so the placement of field is once again something we have to give credit to the captain of Selangor. Vijay has done well there. So Jawad has gone for 2 singles in the first 2 deliveries that he has bowled. The captain is definitely going to take it, and 4 more deliveries remaining. Can he keep things quiet? Low full toss, doesn't get the timing and doesn't get the placement either. Shadat Ramli is dealing in singles here, and that's not really something that Selangor will be too unhappy with. So Jawad, who's already picked up 2 crucial wickets, has once again showing us how good he is at the death. It is often considered one of the toughest overs, this penultimate one, and the margin of error is very minimal. So far, he's done a very good job. He's conceded 3 singles. Oh, short pitch delivery this time. There's a fielder there, but it falls short of him. Throughout the day, we have seen Jawad, who's mixed up the short pitch delivery so nicely. He has that change of pace as well, and it's not easy to predict him. And that's really been something that has worked on his part. Four deliveries down now and four singles only. So we have to say at this stage it has been superb execution from Jawad. No pace on offer. He's bowled some tight angles and he's mixed it up on a few occasions as well. This time it is in the slot and he smashed it away. And does it go all the way? I think it does. Just one bounce. And it is Shadat Ramli who's picked up a very important boundary here. So just when it was Jawad who's bowled so well throughout this over that one error has costed him 4 runs. That really tells us a lot about this format. You can't really make a mistake. You always have to be on your toes. You have to stick to your plans. Definitely, you have to nail your basics. Just like that, this over has now been quite productive for Johor. So far, 8 runs in this over, and he needs to finish nicely against Shadat Ramli. Slower delivery this time, smashed down the ground, and the fielder is just watching it sail over his head. He's picked up a six, and this is turning out to be a very expensive over from Jawad Ali. He's conceded 14 runs in it, and that's the end of the over. 19 done, it's 163 for 5, and exactly what Johor needed. We definitely have to say that that over didn't quite go as per the script when it comes to Selangor. Jawad was so brilliant early on. He's just lost his radar in that last couple of deliveries. So the shots, we have to give full credit to Mohammad Shadat Ramli to be able to execute the way they did. And it is Aras Azmi who's back to bowl the final over. He's bowled that one over only. He was quite economical. He just went for 7 runs and he starts off very well once again. So it's all discipline, all nerve. And Mohammad Aras Azmi definitely looks like someone who has ice in his veins. He's got the ball in hand and he has the responsibility to close out this innings as economically as he can. Doesn't need to go for wickets, just need to produce a few dot deliveries here. Starts off with one, and here's the second ball. Change of pace this time, and we have to give him credit. Well disguised. Nothing much that Mohammad Fitri could have done with that one. Just guides that away on the offside and is able to quickly change position for a single. The right thing, definitely, we have to say, he's done the good work. Shadat Ramli is back on strike. He needs 13 for his half century, but that's not really something that will be in his mind. He needs to pick up as many as he can from this final four deliveries to take Johor to a comfortable position. Here's the start. Let's see how he goes. Low full toss, and once again he disguises it nicely. That slower ball just dipped in front of him. Shadat Ramli is surprised and he just laughs at it. Looks like the keeper was aware, and Shadat Ramli looks very confused out there. We have to give him credit. The execution has been spot on. This time in the slot and a lot of power involved from Shadat Ramli, but he doesn't get the gap, runs quite quickly, and eventually, in the end, gets the couple of runs with ease. So Shadat Ramli so far has been able to just pick up 3 runs in the first 4 balls and turning out to be a very good over. At the moment, we're seeing that it's all about deception. You bowl it with the same action, but just clip the pace, fooling the batter's timing really. And when it lands just right, it makes the big hits look quite funny. And on that occasion, he's pulled it away on the leg side, but once again, no pace on offer. And Selangor is very happy with the dead bowling from Aras Azmi. Even though he's not picking up wickets, he's really making life difficult for Shadat Ramli when it comes to finishing. One more delivery remaining now. He's done a good job. Can he finish nicely? Here's the last ball. This time it's quicker. It's a Yorker. He's mixed it so well. In the end, just a single managed from Mohammad Fitri, and the innings comes to close. So that will be all. It is 168 runs after the completion of 20 overs by losing 5 wickets. We can definitely say that it is a competitive total on a pitch that has seen some real twist and turn. As you look at the batting card, the onslaught was started by Ahmed Zubaidi and Gulrez Muhammad, who scored 45 and 29 respectively. But after then, not much really happening. They were having some partnership, but the runs have not come at a quick pace. It was Mohammad Shahadat Ramli who is not out by scoring 40 of just 32, but eventually they did not really finish with a blister that they were expecting to. The bowling has been exceptional, if you ask me. They have just given away 5 extras, and Jawad and Prashant has done a very good job when it comes to picking up wickets. But alongside, we have to talk about Aras Azmi, who was very good with the death overs. So have to give credit to Hasnan Ahmed as well, who's picked up 1 wicket by giving away 22 runs. But in the end, this has been a comprehensive show with all the bowlers except for perhaps Nageshwaran on his debut, conceding just a few runs. And Vijay Unni will definitely want to forget about that effort with the ball today. So once again, we have to give credit to Prashant and someone like Hasnain as well as Sawad Ali, who were among the wickets and eventually restricted Johor to a total that they will be feeling very confident about. So we'll be back with the chase, and this is going to be a very interesting one. And this is going to be a short break from us, so we'll be coming back with live action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the second innings of this cracking counter in the MCA Men's T20 Interstate Championship 2025. Just to remind our viewers, this is the very first game, the curtain raiser, as we say, Johor. In this game, so far in the first innings, they were asked to bat first. They scored 168 runs with a loss of 5, and it's a total that's right in that tricky middle zone. It's not quite out of reach, it's certainly not going to be a walk in the park either. They had their moments, especially when Ahmed Zubaidi came out to bat. Things were looking very explosive in terms of the start. He was well supported by Gulrez Muhammad as well, who scored 29 of 18. But after that, wickets were tumbling at regular intervals, and eventually they managed to score 168 runs, especially thanks to that cameo from Shadat Ramli and Ainul Hafiz. With the ball in hand, they had some good outing in terms of the Johor when they came out to face the Selangor bowlers. Vijay Unni was expensive today, as well as Nageshwaran, but Jawad Ali, Hasnan Ahmed, and Prashant Madhukar did exceedingly well when it comes to controlling the flow of the runs. And now the spotlight definitely shifts to Selangor's batters. The chase will be 169 from exactly 20 overs. Here's Sazrul Izzat, who starts off with a brilliant delivery, targeting the stump and starts off with a. We have to wait and see if the batters of Selangor can just give them the start that they need. It is the ever so elegant Saifullah Malik who's opening the innings with Muhammad Akram, and they'll be needing exactly 7.52, 8.52 rather from here on. And when the sun is just shining so brightly and the pitch is so good, you got to expect that they should be able to do it. But against that in swing of Shazul Izzat that he has a reputation of purchasing, it's not going to be so easy, is it? The scoreboard pressure can be real, especially given the fact that the field is now buzzing. The chase has already begun. Shazul Izzat starts with two dot deliveries. Saifullah Malik is yet to get off the mark. This time has a go at it, and a huge appeal by the wicketkeeper. And looks like he's unhappy with his helmet. But it is Shazul Izzat who's quite disappointed. For a moment, he was just hoping that there is some sort of a nick. We have to watch it in the replay if there was some movement. Let's have confirmation of it here. I believe there is definitely no nick, but you can see that the helmet definitely came off and made it quite awkward for Saifullah to be able to just negotiate that delivery. Saifullah Malik is definitely a man who just picturizes elegance when he's out there at the crease. He's a right hand batter who plays with absolute grace and timing. And he's definitely a man who plays a masterclass when he's have himself some kind of time. The way he caresses the ball off the bat, especially those crisp drive just through the covers and as well as straight down the ground, is definitely poetry in motion. And often we have seen him just playing that anchor role as well to perfection. So he's someone who actually reads the length early, and he's someone who is able to play the ball late as well. So right now he's getting a new helmet, and maybe that can just help him to settle in nicely. To continue proceeding for Johor is Chaz Lizard. He is Malaysia's record-breaking fast bowler who is a genuine force to be reckoned with. Is someone who has a very smooth run up. He has explosive pace as well as that fierce determination. Shallow is definitely a kind of bowler who can change the course of the game in a very single delivery. Oh, look at that change of helmet and change of momentum. What a shot! Absolute stroked away with authority, and that is the first maximum. No respect whatsoever from Saifullah Malik. Gives that little bit of a laughter alongside his partner, Muhammad Akram. But he's a man who plays with class and he's already demonstrating what he can do. What a shot that is. Nothing too wrong with that delivery. And he is surprised by the stroke play of Saifullah Malik. And almost lost the ball. It's a new one. So what a start this is from Saifullah Malik. The umpires have their work cut off here, and they're choosing a new ball to be handed over to Shazul Izzat. But off the fourth ball, he sent it flying down the ground, absolutely hammered it, and definitely we have to say it was clean strike, perfect timing, and sheer power, all rolled into one somehow, and still manages to look so classy. So what a start from Saifullah Malik, and what a way definitely to get off the mark. The fifth ball is coming in. We have a slip in play, and Shazul Izzat will be very eager to pick a wicket here now. But look at that, flicked away this time. Pila had long on does well, but eventually gets a couple of runs. So maybe some luck with that helmet that is now rubbed off into his batting approach. It's definitely looked good, but suddenly he decides to once again tighten it up and maybe still not happy, but the fans of Selangor definitely are. What a start this is, definitely. Just one more delivery remaining now, already 8 of it. Oh, fuller delivery this time, once again flicked away quite nicely. This time straight to long on though. It will only be a single, but an expensive over from Shazul Izzat to start things off. And looks like Saifullah Malik is in full control. He will keep strike, and from the other end, we'll have to wait and see who the bowler is going to be. The captain will be quite interested to just hope for someone to pick up a wicket, and with that hope, he's handed the ball to Fitri. Fitri Shams is someone who's been around the corner for ages. He's very experienced with his left arm spin. He's delivered for Malaysia as well, and he's a bowler who just hits the right areas more often than not, and he's someone who is known to pick up wickets and has a golden arm. Let's see if that's the case because he's up against Saifullah Malik, who's in tremendous form. Let's see how he goes and negotiates the spin of Fitri Shams here. And here's the first ball. Starts off with an arm ball, just trying to hit the leg stump. Once again, Saifullah Malik rocks back and plays it nicely and guides that towards the leg side for a single. So for the first time, it is going to be Mohammad Akram, and he's another talented batter. He has come up through the ranks quite nicely, and it's not been too long that he's been around. He's a very talented seamer. He's struggling with a little bit of injury. That's why he didn't bowl. He's a talented left arm seamer. Right now, he's opening the innings for Selangor. So once again, we have to give credit to Vijay Unni, especially given the fact that he's giving chances to his youngsters. Starts off nicely attacking the stump of Akram. Mohammad Fitri will be just trying to contain these two batters, and especially given the fact that we are in the power play, every dot deliveries are making a difference. He's bowling with a slip in play, and this is going to be close, maybe just outside the off stump, pleading, begging the umpire. Huge appeal, arms spread, but the umpire eventually stands firmly in his decision of not out. So living quite dangerously, if you ask me. Just let's have a look at the replay. Perhaps the only thing that has saved him is the fact that he was struck just outside the off stump. Let's have confirmation of that. Oh, that was hitting him on the back foot. Very interesting decision, if you ask me. Looks very close from up here, but we have a second go at it. It's usually not the case for the umpires. It's very difficult to have make a difficult decision in split second. So with that, Mohammad Akram survives. He's yet to get off the mark. Mohammad Fitri is delivering the goods here. He's bowled 3 dot deliveries on the trot, and so far he's yet to concede any kind of boundary. Oh, this is pulled away brilliantly. on the leg side. He doesn't get the timing, but that is not needed as he gets the placement right, and the power is good enough to take it all the way to the boundary. So he opens his account with a boundary, and he's applauded by Saifullah Malik from the other end. Just when Fitri was bowling a brilliant over that was slightly short of pitch, and Mohammad Akram reads the length quite early and punishes it on the leg side. So with that, one more delivery remaining now. Muhammad Akram on strike. Once again, off the back foot, but plays it straight to the fielder. Finishes off with a quick single, and he was going to keep strike. 2 overs done. It's 15 without loss. The ever so resilient Shazul Izzat now back into the attack. He's bowled the first over and he's conceded 9 runs. So we have to say that Selangor are off to a steady start. It's 15 without loss. Saifullah Malik is already looking in very good touch. He scored 10 of just 7 deliveries. He's mixed a little bit of caution with some calculated aggression. And we have to say that he's pacing this innings quite well, showing that he has that perfect blend of elegance as well as intent. On the other hand, Shazul Izzaz will want to improve his stats. Conceded 9. Now he wants to pick up a wicket here. It's up against Akram, who smashes him off that length and picks up the bones out of that one. We have to wait for confirmation. Umpire signals at the boundary. He'll take it. What a shot that is. An absolute shot of statement from the young man up against the experienced campaigner. Just look at that. It was a fuller delivery on that off stump, and I think it was more of a premeditated shot. Would have to give him credit. The timing was spectacular on that occasion, and so far they're picking up the best bowler and trying to go after him so that the rhythm is not in the side of Johor early on in this innings. Shahzud Izzat has his work cut off here. He slowed down his run up slightly. This time Fuller on the offside and goes straight to the fielder at short cover. He picks up a wicket. That is the kind of aggression he has, and it's a straightforward catch from Hassan Masood at cover. Brilliantly done, and Muhammad Akram has to walk back to the pavilion. He's trying to go after Saiful Izzat, but he's not one of those who likes to be very timid. He's an aggressive bowler, and this time he has the last laugh. Look at that replay. He knows that Akram was trying to free his arms, so he was trying to go away from him, and this time no connection whatsoever. Eventually a soft dismissal, and that brings us the first wicket of Selangor. Johor has found a breakthrough exactly when they need it, and this chase is turning out to be very interesting. So just like that, Shahzul Izzat has already picked up a wicket. Mohammad Akram departs for 9 of just 7, and it was a perfect delivery from Malaysia's pace ace. He's once again delivered the goods for Johor, and Selangor lose the first wicket early in the chase. But so far they will not panic, especially because in comes Hasnain, a very talented right-hand batter. He's very classy and cool under the pressure, and looks like he is definitely going to be the perfect partner for someone like Saifullah. This is where the innings can find its rhythm again. Two elegant batters are at the crease with the task of just steadying the ship and keeping the chase firmly on track. At the moment, the required run rate is 8.49. This is the kind of run rate that definitely requires a batter like Hassan up at the crease. And straight away he gets off the mark, picks up a single off a fuller delivery from Shazul Izzat, who's targeting the stump with a little bit of extra pace as well. So we have to say that the pressure is on, but Selangor have players with skill and the temperament to rise to the occasion as well. So if you ask me, the game is rightfully in the poise. It is difficult to say which way the scale is tipping at the moment. Just under 150 required from here on, and it is Saifullah Malik who's on strike. And flicked away once again. Logon is having a little bit of work to do today and just keeps it down to a single. So far, 6 runs conceded, and we're down to just 2 balls remaining in this over from Shazul Izzat. He's bowling to Hasnan, who's already off the mark. Hint of in swing, induces the leading edge. Excellent effort at cover from Amir Azim, if I'm not mistaken. He's a very good fielder, and even in spite of that effort, the batters have completed a single. So that really tells us how fit these two batters are, and definitely setting up a benchmark. Saifullah Malik is now on strike. And so far, one thing that has been exemplary is the fact that Saifullah Malik has batted with exceptional wrist work. We have to say that his wrists have worked like magic, and effortlessly we have seen some very beautiful looking flick shots. This time just gets a little bit of extra bounce and hesitantly denies that single that could have been risky. So it's the right call. Finishes with a dot. 3 overs done. It's 22 with a loss of 1. And so far, the first wicket have fallen, and that's really something that has just applied a little bit of brakes on the scoring rate. But we'll have to see with 3 more overs remaining in the power play how well they're able to negotiate the rest of the bowling attack. It is Fitri Sham who is back into the attack, and his left arm spin previously have gone for just 6 runs. With 2 right-handers out there in the middle, the left arm spinner is expected to purchase that little bit of turn from this wicket as well. And even though we have seen a patch of green area, we can see that on the offside to the right-hander, there's plenty of dry areas as well from where he can exploit a little bit of turn as well. Let's see how he goes. Starts off with an arm ball once again, quicker through the air. This time Hasnan is able to just play a forward defense, and that's a dot to start off proceedings. They definitely need to keep an eye on that scoring rate. Short pitch delivery this time. You have to say that Hasnan has missed away, but because of that misfield, eventually he'll pick up a single and he'll go off strike to bring back Saifullah. Nicely driven down, but it's straight to the fielder, so it will be a dot ball. The bowler does well of his own after he's just finished his action. And with that, another dot ball. So already 2 dot balls in this over. And Saifullah Malik is just looking to pierce the gap on the offside this time. And the chase is on. This will require some effort, but eventually the ball is tantalizingly going away from the fielder and makes it to the boundary. So that is the style of cricket that Saifullah Malik is known to play. Sometimes the fielders will feel that they're in with a chance, but eventually the timing will always win the race when it comes to the ball and the fielder. So brilliantly executed once again, just challenging the speed of the fielder on that occasion. And now he moves on to 15 of just 11. Once again, this time much more confident, much more glorious, and consecutive boundaries from Saifullah Malik, who's starting to look very dangerous. And he has that style, he has that elegance when it comes to batting. And in that, you see why he's known to be so precise. Look at that control. The weight transfer is absolutely on point, and no brute force involved, just pure cricketing finesse. So, with that, this is turning out to be a very expensive over from Mohammad Fitri. Already considered 9 of it, one more delivery remaining. But look at how easily the required run rate has once again fallen back into the grip of Selangor here. Fitri needs to pick up a wicket here. Let's see if he's able to do it, because otherwise Saifullah Malik is definitely running away with this chase. And that is smartly done, but the fielding was required. That wasn't to be. So eventually Saifullah Malik picks up a single. He'll keep strike. And end of the fourth over, it is 32 with the loss of one. And with that, we're seeing a change in the bowling. 4 overs have gone. Selangor are 32 with the loss of one. A decent platform, if you ask me, especially given the fact that Saifullah Malik is on 20 of just 13, and he's being partnered by Hasnan, who's looking to settle in with his 3 of 4. Right now, this is going to be a very crucial partnership, and in comes the big challenge because Johor's iconic medium pacer, Gulrez, is introduced into the attack. And this is going to be a very interesting phase of play because Gulrez starts off with a wide here, but he's known for his disciplined line and length and the ability to just swing the ball away from the right hander. Gulrez will definitely be looking to pick up a breakthrough and just get a hold of this chase. Selangor, on the other hand, will definitely need all their skill and composure here because this is going to be a very key contest, especially given that he's bowling to Saifullah. On that occasion, he moved away, trying to create a little bit of room on the leg side, but eventually the ball was way down the leg side, and umpire will signal wide, and the keeper does not gather it cleanly, so a single is also taken off it. So Gulrez is looking a bit tentative, and he's already considered 2 wides, and so far he's struggling for rhythm here. The single allows Hasnain to come back on strike, and Gulrez will just try to bowl in that perfect area against Hasnain. A fuller delivery, easily picked up by Hasnan and flicked away on the leg side. And that is once again good enough for a couple of easy runs to be taken. So Gulrez doesn't start as the way that he has a reputation of. And so far, runs are coming quite easily for Selangor here. Eventually, from the first legal delivery, looks like Gulrez is already considered 5. And we can see that the hint of outswing was going on that occasion, but it was driven down the ground from Hasnain, and he will be bringing back Saifullah on strike. So it's a positive start for Selangor against someone like Gulrez because they have gotten the runs, so now they don't really have to try anything fancy. As long as they play some clean and confident stroke making, they should be good enough to sustain this over. So definitely, we have to say that Gulrez needs to make a better comeback. This is up in the air, not in full control, and just over the top of the infield. So Saifullah Malik survives, but he's living dangerously. He's trying to up the scoring, but he has to remind himself that at this stage he doesn't really need to do that because they've already picked up a few runs from here, but just lost his shape on that last one. Just giving an idea that Gulrez is perhaps not getting enough speed from the ball after the ball has landed on this pitch. And maybe it's a better idea to go on with the spinners in this innings. Much better from Gulrez. Slowly he's coming back into his groove and he's able to attack the stumps more frequently now. And once he's able to do that, I think Johor will be just betting their hopes on him. He's someone who's known to just deliver the goods whenever the captain leads him the ball. As long as the wickets are concerned, Shahzul Izzat has picked up a wicket today. He's gotten Mohammad Akram, who scored 9 of 7 deliveries, and he was caught by Hassan Masood. But since then, once again, this is turning out to look like it's going to be a good partnership between the two similar sort of batters, Hasnain and Saifullah. One more single. So even though boundaries have not come in this over, already 8 runs conceded by Gulrez, thanks to those extras initially. And now for the last delivery, it will be Saifullah Malik on strike. Saifullah has hit 2 boundaries through the offside and has one massive six down the ground. So here's Saifullah against Gulrez for the last ball and attacking the stump. That is the right thing to do. Finishes off with just a single and eventually 9 runs coming off that over. 5 overs done. It's 41 with the loss of one. So 5 overs gone. Selangor are steady at 41 with the loss of one. And in comes the captain, Shadat Ramli. And that is a blazing square drive. This time, Fuller and smashes it. Saifullah Malik greets the opposition captain with that boundary of the very first ball. And he's looking very, very dangerous. Just look at that. Width was provided from Shadat Ramli on that occasion. But the Fuller delivery was never going to be unpunished from the set batter in Saifullah Malik. And he's showing us how dangerous he can be, especially through that offside. What a start this has been from him. He's already moved on to 26 of just 16 deliveries, and Shahbaz Ramli will have his work cut off here. Oh, this is an appeal. Optimistic, really. Hasnan Ahmed never really left his pitch, and you can see in the replay that was a good delivery, if you ask me. Just flighted enough and becomes a yoker for Saifullah. Later, when the ball was coming towards him, just gets a hand onto it and hits the stump. Shahzad Ramli to continue. This time on the leg side, slot sweep attempted. Timing is there, but the ball goes straight to the fielder at long on. He doesn't get the placement right. And a big moment in the game. Gone. Saifullah Malik. Would you believe it? He was playing so well. And just when he was looking in sublime touch, he tries to take on the spinner one more time. He doesn't get hold of it and plays it straight to that one fielder who was waiting for such a shot. But if you ask me, you can see that he's devastated with what he has done and a massive blow for Selangor. He was definitely the set batter, was holding the chase together, and he's absolutely disappointed. He's every right to be, if you ask me. He's playing so well with a strike rate of 152, especially after picking that boundary. Maybe, just maybe, that shot was not really required. But it's a big moment in the game. He's done a good job, but he definitely wanted to continue. He's very disappointed. You can see that he's just slowly dragging himself back to the pavilion. And now, walking in at a very critical moment is Vijay Unni, the captain of Selangor. This is where leadership will definitely be tested. The chase was cruising nicely, and just now it has taken a massive bump. The set batter, Vijay is gone for 26 of 18, and right now the scoreboard reads 45 for 2. So Johor is definitely going to take it. But Vijay is no stranger to such pressure situation. We've seen him play absolute blinder of innings for Malaysia as well. So he's someone who's known to have excellent calmness as well as good composure. He has the temperament and he's definitely built for moments like this. So Selangor will be just hoping for a partnership. And not just in terms of runs, they definitely want some stability as well. Hassan is still out there. He scored 7 of 8 deliveries. And now with the skipper at the other end, I think it's definitely going to be about just weathering the storm and maybe just rebuilding slightly from here on. And look at that. That was close. If he did not get a bat, the ball kept slightly lower than anticipated. And this time, you can see that it is just the slight bit of luck that has saved him. Excellent delivery from Shadat Ramli. So far, just given away 5 runs and picked up a crucial wicket. So, captain delivering from the front, and what a delivery that is. Beaten all ends up. And Hasnain Ahmed at this point, have to say, is definitely struggling out there. Mohammad Shadat Ramli has produced a brilliant over. Not often we've seen him bowling in recent times, but he's come out quite successfully on that occasion and he's done a very good job. So, an excellent over comes to an end, and that's the completion of the power play as well. 6 overs done, it's 46 with the loss of 2. After the completion of the power play, we have to say that Selangor is definitely not in a very commanding situation, but we can't say that it's a disaster either. They've managed to put on 46, but they've lost 2 crucial wickets. Hasnain today has been unusually quiet. He's someone who can keep the scoreboard ticking, but today he's scored just 7 of 10. And right now he's joined by Vijay Unni, who's picked up another run and is still early days for him. He scored 3 of 2 deliveries now. So this next phase will be about consolidation with maybe just a little bit more of urgency as well, because the field is now spreading and singles will be available, but it is definitely going to be about building a pace without letting the required run rate sleep either. At the moment, it is climbing. It is 8.75. It will be Gulrez who's continuing, and his first over went for 9 runs. He starts off by conceding a couple of them, and look at that, short and wide this time, but fielder does well to have been able to restrict it down to 1. Gulrez started off as decently as he could, and so far the economy doesn't really tell you the full story. Spin bowling in the right areas, and Gulrez now has a chance to definitely tighten the screws a bit more. He definitely has the experience and knows how to bowl into this kind of a pitch. He's mixed his pace on occasion, and he's definitely going to test the batter's patience. Fuller delivery this time, played on to the leg side, and fielder at long on does well. It is Hassan Masood, and that will only be a single. At the moment, they need a big over from somewhere to just help with momentum. And even Johor will be just eyeing to pick up one more wicket to definitely come in a commanding position with the ball in hand. Gulrez right now has that responsibility. He's come back quite nicely. He's just gone for 4 runs in the first 3 deliveries here. Right now, Vijay is on strike. And what a delivery this is! Beautifully done. And out of nowhere, really, it is Gulrez who's picked up a wicket, and that too of the captain, Vijay Unni. Would you believe it? Exactly what he's known for. He has a reputation of being the man with the golden arm, and this time he picks the prize wicket of Vijay Unni. It's a disappointing day, and you really have to say that now we were talking about it. Momentum is going to be with Johor. Look at that, full and straight, a false stroke. I wonder if he was trying to just curve it on the offside, not the right shot selection, if you ask me. And Gulrez delivers the good. What a moment this is. And especially, he's delivering the goods when he was required to. Big moment in the game. It's 50 with the loss of 3 in 6.4. And now we have to say that Johor are definitely on the charge. New batter is walking out to the middle. It is Arif Jamaluddin, who's going to replace the captain, who's just been cleaned up by Gulrez. It was a full, straight, and deadly accurate delivery from Gulrez, and Vijay Unni did not have any kind of answer. He was disappointed after getting out, but you have to drag yourself back because this wasn't required really at this stage when it comes to Selangor. But you have to say that it is classic fast bowling redemption from Gulrez. After conceding a few runs, he kept his cool definitely and he was sticking to basic. And eventually, he was able to produce that peach of a delivery. And right now, Selangor are in trouble at the score of 50 for 3. They still require 119 from 13.2. And looks like Gulrez is just trying to produce another Yorker up against Arif. But that was a low full toss, and he has played it straight down for a single. So turning out to be a very good over, and he has one more delivery remaining now. He's up against Hasnan, who's just watched a couple of batters go back to the hut. Lots of responsibility will be up his shoulder. He's already faced 11 deliveries. That is usually good enough to understand how the pitch is behaving. And he's already faced a few of the bowlers, so he'll be having an idea how they're operating. Length this time slogged away over the top of long off and tantalizingly close for the fielder there. But eventually he picks up a maximum just when it was needed. Momentum was strongly going in the way of Johor, and out of nowhere, an intent being shown by Hasnan. As you can see, that the fielder went after it and just away from his reach. So picks up a six of the very last ball and completes the seventh over, and they've managed to score 57 with a loss of three. They'll be definitely needing more of those, and we'll be hoping that Hasnan Ahmed and Mohammad Arif Jamaluddin is able to just stitch a partnership here. And in comes a very interesting bowling choice. It is Amir Azim who's introduced into the attack. He's a very energetic campaigner and definitely he's a wily operator, if you ask me. He's not big on turn, but he varies his pace beautifully. And more importantly, he just loves bowling to right handers in the middle overs. So I think this is a very interesting choice of decision from Shadat Ramli to just introduce Amir Azim, especially given the fact that in his previous over, the captain himself went for just 5 runs and picked up a prize wicket of that man who's going so well, Saifullah Malik. So full point for captaincy. And look at that, and a chance there, but just over the top. Once again, he's eyeing down the ground and once again gets a maximum. So Hassan Ahmed is now looking to change the gears and he's doing it beautifully. Look at that, fuller delivery from Amir Azim, advances down the ground and clears it eventually with a lot of ease. That's really the kind of destruction that he can do. He has a reputation, and now it's all about delivering. And this time thrashes it on the offside and no bother running. Pierces the gap, and everyone just stood there and watched it go all the way to the boundary. What a start this is to the over against Amir Azim by Hasnan Ahmed. Look at that. It was once again Fuller, this time on the offside, and nobody moved. What a shot. This time, it looks like Hasnan Ahmed is starting to look dangerous, and he's definitely turning on the heat here. This is what he can do with the bat. At the moment, 24 of just 14 deliveries. He was under the strike rate of 100 just not so long ago, and now suddenly he's going at a strike rate of 171. Mix it up nicely this time. It was a short pitch delivery, but quicker through the air, and that is why he's just able to get a single of that ball. But definitely Hasnan Ahmed is going to take it because he's already done the damage, if you ask me. And with two more deliveries remaining, Arif Jamaluddin is going to be on strike, but he needs to be very smart here. He doesn't need to take any kind of risk because at the moment, Hasnan Ahmed has already done the damage in this over. So let's see how he negotiates. Two more deliveries now remaining in Amir Azim's over. Short and wide, not cut away quite comfortably as he would have wanted. Ball goes straight to Fifth Risham, and it is going to be a dot ball. So can he finish nicely? Already 12 runs conceded in this over, and one more delivery to go. And beautifully bowled. So finishes nicely eventually. Arif Jamaluddin plays two dot deliveries, but this is the turnaround that Hasnain Ahmed was just trying to do. And right now he's looking in good touch. The required run rate has also come down because of those six and boundary. Hasnain has hit two sixes and one boundary in his outing so far. He needs to continue because not so much of batting remaining in this innings, if you ask me. So Johor will be just somehow trying to pick up a wicket here and expose that lower middle order as soon as possible, because if they're able to do it, then this chase eventually becomes much more interesting. So with that, in comes Shadat Ramli. He bowled a brilliant first over. He had picked up the wicket of Saifullah Malik, and right now he's back to continue. Just a while ago, we saw that Devin Harindra is warming up, he's knocking, and he's prepared to just come out there to bat. And look at that, once again, a beautiful looking shot from Hasnain Ahmed down the ground. This time he doesn't pick up a boundary, but you can see what he's trying to do. He's backing himself up, and if the ball is in the slot, you can always count on Hasnain Ahmed to be able to clear the boundary ropes. Shadat Ramli has to be smart here, coming round the wicket to two right-handers. He's just trying to go away from the hitting zone. And that is very smart cricket from Arif Jamaluddin. He's picked up a single and he brings back the dangerous Hasnain. He's looking very threatening out there, batting at a strike rate of 166 at the moment, already hit two maximums. And here he is up against Shadat Ramli. I'm expecting a little bit of a change of pace because so far when the ball was quicker through the air, Hasnain has able to just negotiate them with much more ease than Johor will be happy with. So three singles already. So far, no boundaries, and they'll be happy as long as they don't concede any. Short and wide this time, cut away nicely, finds the gap as well. The chase is going to be on, but this time it is going to win the race against the fielder. So another boundary. This time it is Arif Jamaluddin. Even though he's looking to rotate the strike by taking singles, on occasion he's also able to pick up a few boundaries, and that should do. That should really also ease up a little bit of pressure from Hasnain Ahmed, and he will not be feeling like he's a lone warrior out there. So this is turning out to be a very good partnership, and right now, exactly what Selangor will be hoping that they can continue to do. Shadow's family is just trying something different here, and for the first time today, he's coming over the wicket to the right-hander Arif Jamaluddin to just maybe create a change of angle. This time deviating down the leg side and easy picking one more time for Arif. Picks up a single and brings back Hasnain for the last delivery of this over. Nicely played this time. Should be another single, but it's just played away from the fielder. For a moment, I thought they'll be just eyeing for a couple, but it wasn't on offer. 9 overs done. It's 78 with the loss of 3. One more over remaining to be at the halfway stage. It is Mohammad Amir Azim to continue. His first over was very expensive, but we have to talk about how beautifully Hasnain has caught up. From about 7 of just 12 deliveries at the moment, he's 28 of 18. And once again, it is thrashed on the offside, but excellent effort by the fielder at backward of point, and he's able to just stop it from reaching the boundary one more time. Hasnain picks up a single and goes off strike. And now it will be Arif against Amir Azim. We have to say that Hasnain Ahmed never panicked and he never forced it either. He just waited for his moment and unleashed with timing and placement whenever he got an opportunity to do. He was definitely helped by the two maximums that he hit, and really those two shots were the shift of the momentum. And right now, the Selangor innings has definitely gained a little bit of momentum and they're building out nicely. Once again, demonstration of that elegance down the ground, smashes it for yet another six. He's looked very confident against the left arm spin of Amir Azim. And one more time, he's dealing in sixes today, and that's really going to be the worry for Johor here. Even though they've picked up 3 wickets, right now looks like Hasnain Ahmed is a man on a mission. Amir Azim is bowling right at the slot for Hasnain Ahmed. He's just trying to play that on the. This time, look at it. It was short and wide, cut away so elegantly. So a 6 and a 4 for Hasnain Ahmed, and right now is looking very dangerous. He's moved on to 39 of 21, and he's definitely turning on the heat here. Look at that required run rate. It has come down to 7.65. At the start of the innings, we were seeing it to be around that 8.5, 8.6 mark, but now just 79 needed from 10.2. We know that Johor is just a wicket or two away from regaining momentum, but now it looks like Hasnain is trying to see off his team to victory. Doesn't get the gap this time. It's played straight to the fielder. Finally, some calmness. And so far, Hasnain has looked so good. This is turning out to be a very thrilling chase from here. It's very difficult to predict who has an edge. Good change of pace from Amir Azim, and a quick single was hoped to be taken by Hasnain, but in the end decides against it. So halfway of this chase is completed. 10 overs done. It's 90 with the loss of 3. So run rate is definitely something that is favoring Selangor, but we're having a little bit of a drinks and we'll be coming back with the vital second half after this short break. So stay with us. We're back after the drinks break, and so far, Selangor have managed to put on 90 with a loss of 3 in the 10 overs. So we're going to have an exciting second half. So earlier on, it was tough going. Saifullah Malik gave them a solid start with 26 of 18, and he was supported by Akram's 9 of 7. But when the wicket of Vijay Unni fell at the score of 4, things became very difficult. And that's when I think Hassan Ahmed really stepped up. So far, he scored 39 of just 23 deliveries, so he really caught up beautifully. Alongside him at the moment, we have Arif. Arif has scored just 9 of 8, but he's looked very good in terms of the supporting role. He's on strike right now against Mohammad Fitri and pushes that away on the offside nicely to bring back Hasnain on strike. And Hasnain has looked tremendously good against the spin. He's attacked them downtown and he's picked up boundaries as regular intervals. He's hit 3 sixes and has hit 2 boundaries. And right now, every time a spinner comes on, I think they will have it in their mind that they can't be bowling it fuller to him because he's able to clear the ropes and by going down the town. So with that, he's eyeing to pick up a few more boundaries here. Right now, if he continues this way, it is going to be a very easy chase. But I have to inform our viewers that Johor is definitely just a couple of wickets away from getting a better grip at this game. So the game can definitely tilt either ways. And right now, it is definitely difficult to say which team has a better chance at victory. Good use of feet one more time, and it is Arif who's picked up yet another single. So after the break so far, 3 singles of the first 3 deliveries that Mohammad Fitri has bowled. We have to talk about Hasnan's technique against spin. It's simply outstanding. He reads the bowler's variation beautifully and uses his feet with precision, and he's quite fast when it comes to the movement. He isn't afraid to attack when the opportunity arises, especially when the ball is full and in his arc. His balance and timing really allow him to negotiate the tricky flight, and eventually he can turn and just pierce the gap with a lot of ease as well. So we've seen some elegant drives, and look at that running between the wicket. There's a chance there, and I think this is close. This is definitely close, and he picks it up. We have to question, was it really required? Maybe not, but eventually it is Mohammad Arif who has to go back. Oftentimes we've seen after a drinks break something to happen for either the batting side or the bowlers, and just like that, due to some excellent groundwork, the throw was right at the stump, and Mohammad Fitri did not really have to do much. He gathered it and eventually uprooted the stump. Beautifully done. It is Mohammad Arif who has to walk back. He will be disappointed. He was doing a good work with his supporting role. And now, since he is back at the hut, already I can sense the tension building. It is going to be very interesting from here on. It will be Devin Harendra who will be walking out to the middle. He's someone who likes to have a powerful innings, but I think they're going in with someone different here. Devin will have to wait. Looks like Johor is trying to bring in a more anchor type of a batter, and in comes Azam, if I'm not mistaken. But nevertheless, this is a very big moment in the game. 76 runs still needed from 9.1 overs, and the required run rate is once again over 8. So this is what a good over can do. If you just if you just bring in a few dot deliveries, the pressure can sometimes mount back to the batters, and with so many overs remaining, they will just try to pick up wickets. Here's Hasnan, and he guides that on the leg side. He'll pick up a single here, but this is the completion of a very good over. Just 4 runs coming off it, and he's done a very good job. He's finished his 3 overs for just 20 runs, and 11 overs done. It's 94 with a loss of 4. Hasnan is now joined by Wan Muhammad Azam, It is Shadat Ramli to continue. With wickets falling just around him, innings now definitely depends on his ability to anchor, rotate, as well as pick up the boundaries in regular intervals. Rocks back on the back foot, pulls that away, but straight to the fielder, so that will be a single. But really, we can sense that Hasnain is trying to up the tempo as well because he can't afford to just let the dot balls come at him. It is still at such a phase where a few boundaries will tilt the balance in their favor. And nice looking stroke from one Muhammad Azam here. Picks up a single and brings back Hasnan on strike. Hasnan has shown the temperament and he has the skill to just handle the pressure. And if he's able to keep his head and continue building from here, Selangor still has a real chance to chase down this total. Johor, on the other hand, will definitely feel that he's the man standing between this chase. And look at that. Slot sweep brings back another six, and the fielder has nothing much to do. It is that bowler, the captain Shadat Ramli, who's once again been taken apart, and Hasnain smacks it over mid wicket for another maximum. What an innings this is turning out to be. Absolutely fearless. And the ball in the slot is never going to be missed out by someone who's in such scintillating form. And he delivers one more time, doesn't he? He looks so good. He's on the verge of picking a well made half century, but his team will be requiring much more than that. As you can see, he once again judges that length of the ball and punishes that towards the offside this time. There is no backward of point. So just when he clears the inner circle, the boundary was written all over that. So Hasnan has done such a good work here. He's picked up his half century and he's looked so good. He needs to continue. But what an innings, nevertheless. 50 in style, well crafted, and that's what this innings has been. He's paced it beautifully. That's the best part about it. He's mixed caution initially and then later just sparkled his innings with a bit of aggression, timed the boundaries on regular intervals, and has also hit maximum. So really Hassan has taken the game by the scruff of the neck and showing why he's the backbone of the Selangor batting lineup. Just like that, he picks up one more single after delivering the goods, and now he's looking so dangerous. He is really the man who is out there on a mission, and Shadat Ramli is looking for some hope, for something to just work for him. Maybe the pitch giving him that little bit just when we saw a little while ago. On occasion, the ball hasn't really bounced. Maybe something different to just happen for Johor here. That is what they're hoping for. On the other hand, they're cruising here. Just 61 required in the next 8 overs. Run rate is in a comfortable 7.62. That is what the required run rate is. And from here on, it is looking quite in the balance. As you can see the name out there, Hasnan Ahmed, 53 of 31. Look at that strike rate, 170. Would you believe it if I say at one point the strike rate was well below 100? In the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. So really showing us his skills, what he can do. And he's really putting out a very good show with the bat in hand today. And just when I say about his bat, he was also phenomenal with the ball. If our viewers are having a good memory, with the ball in hand, he bowled 4 overs for just 22 runs. So he was the most economical bowler for Selangor as well. He picked up a wicket here, and now he's the highest scorer in this match as well. So really delivering an all-round performance. He is top scored in this game today. He has crossed Ahmed Zubairi, who scored 45 of 26. And right now, it is Hasnan Ahmed who's looking like a man on a mission. And just to get a grip of the game, it is Shazul Izzat who's brought back into the attack. And a lot really relies on him. He's picked up a wicket. He got the wicket of that man, the opener, Mohammad Akram. And since then, he was taken off the attack. So right now, he'll be just eyeing to pick up one more wicket here. Nicely guided away into the offside. Doesn't get the gap though, but it's a good looking stroke against an informed Shazul Izzat. At the moment, 108 runs for 4, and just one delivery over 12 overs have been bowled. This contest is definitely hanging in the right balance. It is Hasnain, the man of the hour, stands tall on 53 of just 31 deliveries. So far, he's played a tremendous knock under pressure. It is definitely a smooth sail when it comes to his shot selection. And just like that, talk about shot selection. Beautifully played. Doesn't get the cap, but definitely one Muhammad Azam has shown us that he is another classy batters up the rank of this Selangor batting lineup. Shahzul Izzat so far has conceded just one run in his first two deliveries, but now is the real task. He's up against Hassan Ahmed, and this is the big moment. Shahzul definitely knows how to break games open, and if Johor can get Hassan here, they will just gain the control back. But if Hasnan survives here, the pendulum might just be swinging the way of Selangor. So far, dealing in singles, they don't want to try to do anything extravagant against the experienced campaigner Shazul Izzat, and things are working. This is how calculative you have to be. You have to be smart when it comes to chasing totals. You have to target the right bowlers as well. And after this over, Shazul will just have one more remaining, so they can definitely target someone from the other side. Gulrais has been expensive today. He's gone for 20 in his two. And we have also seen Amir Azim, who's been expensive, 24 in his two overs. So Shadat Ramli will be just searching for a bowler who can pick up a wicket. And just when I say that, excellent shot from one Muhammad Azam, this time on the offside. It is never easy to play that against someone like Shahzul Izzat, and he gets the good. What a shot that is. He picks up a boundary and he's moved on to 7 of 5, but really a shift in the momentum when it comes to the approach of Selangor in terms of their batting. On the other hand, the ever so competitive Shazul Izzat will definitely not be happy with that. He is someone who's known to pick up a wicket and he doesn't like to be hit. But just like that, you can see how appreciative he is of the young man being able to pull out such a strong looking shot on the offside. And he applauds the young man as well. So, really good sportsmanship from Shazul Izzat. And right now, he's just getting his fielders in the right place and he'll be trying to pick up a wicket here. He is appreciative, but I can tell you the fact he does not like to be hit. Look at that. Right at the stump, plays with soft hands, intelligent batting from one Muhammad Azam, and brings back Hasnain Ahmed to do the rest of the dirty work. Let's see how he goes. One more delivery remaining. Already 7 of this over. He needs to finish strongly here. Hasnain Ahmed is the man who he's looking to get. Let's see what transpires of this ball. This is the battle we're definitely waiting for. Shazul Izzat against Hassan. Fuller delivery, plays nicely on the leg side, chases on, and it is Hassan Masood who does well. And eventually, it's going to be just a single. So, end of an interesting over from Shazul Izzat. 13 overs done. It's 116 for 4. Selangor has definitely managed to keep the scoreboard ticking. They're not flying, but they're definitely just getting the runs in some way or the other. Hassan, once again, we have to keep complimenting him. What a knock. This is turning out to be 55 of 33 at the moment. He's timing the ball like an absolute dream. On occasion, we've seen him dancing down against the spinner, especially. But on the other occasion, we've seen him how beautifully he's rotated the strike against the faster bowlers. He's up against Amir Azim this time. His fans had his chances against him previously, but now Amir Azim will be in with a mission to just pick up and have the last laugh. We'll have to see how it goes. At the moment, just 53 required from 7 overs. Required run rate is 7.57. So let's see how Amir Azim goes, but be ready for that one shot down the ground. Starts off with a single against Amir Azim. Good looking pull shot, but doesn't get the gap. And one Muhammad Azam will be on strike now to negotiate Amir Azim. That is well bowled. Just pitched on the leg stump, has enough term to cramp him up a little bit, and that's a vital dot delivery. And one more thing that works with dot deliveries is the fact that Hasnain Ahmed is kept off strike, especially against Amir Azim, against whom he's looked so good. So let's see if one Muhammad Azam is able to pick up a single here. He's trying to be aggressive and misses the ball in the process of just going for that wild slog sweep. Have to give credit to Amir Azim just the way he has done so far in this over. He was expensive before this, and Shahzad Ramli is gambling with the introduction of Amir Azim. But this time, once again, not in full control, but he gets a single. And here comes the battle that we're waiting for. It is Amir Azim up against Hasnan. And now you can see that Hasnan's eyes are lighting up just that little bit. He's just trying to target down one more time. And last time when they met, Hasnan really read the length quite early and he was using his feet quite exceptionally as well. This time, once again, cramps him up and he was trying to play that down to square leg but misses it completely. Excellent over. This is turning out to be so far only 2 runs. Just one more delivery remaining then. Here's Amir Azim turning out to be a very good over. And this is what we predicted. He goes downtown, doesn't get the timing as he wanted, and it will only be a single. What an excellent over this has turned out to be. Just 3 runs off it. 14 overs done. It's 119 with a loss of 4. After an exceptional over from Amir Azim, it is Gulrez who's come back into the bowling attack. He was expensive in his previous couple of overs, gone for 20 in just 2. Picked up a wicket though, and it was a very good delivery. So he will want to replicate what he has done against Vijay Unni. Let's see if he's able to produce a pitch of a delivery against Hasnan Ahmed now. Short pitch this time and nicely pulled away, but doesn't get the gap. It will be a single. But look at that excellent running between the two batters out there to turn that into 2. That is phenomenal. Excellent understanding, definitely. And right now, looks like this is turning out to be some smart cricket from Hasnan Ahmed. He knows that he can fancy his chances against the medium pace of Gulrez, and he's trying to be on strike for most of his over. So let's see how it goes. Gulrez is also very smart. He is known to be someone who can mix up his pace. Today he's staying on that full, and he's not really allowed the batters to just free their arms so far. Let's see how he goes. Can he continue to squeeze here? Because the previous over was outstanding. And that was a loose delivery down the leg side. He can't afford to do that with just 48 required. Now with that wide, it will be down to 47. In 5.5, lot of good deliveries should be up and on their way if Johor want to come out victorious. What a game this is. We can take nothing away. This is turning out to be an exceptional chase. And so far, still, we have to say that the game is in balance. Waits onto that one and doesn't have enough pace to operate with. So eventually Hasnan gets a single. And right now he's looking a bit lethargic. He's calling in for a little bit of a drink. Definitely it's warm out there. It's difficult to bat, but he has a lot of responsibility off his shoulder. This has been a good innings, but he has to complete it. As long as he doesn't see his team to victory, it will only be considered a good innings, not an exceptional one. So let's see if he's able to do exactly what I mentioned. At the moment, it is one Muhammad Azam on strike. And nicely played this time, using his feet and trying to get to the pitch of the ball. That was a fuller delivery just outside the off stump, and eventually had to make a little bit of effort when it comes to the rotation of the strike. So Gulraj is definitely trying to outthink the two batters, and on that occasion he pitched it fuller and he was bowling it way outside the off stump. So let's see if he's able to produce 3 more good deliveries here. On the other hand, we have to say that Hasnain has looked in sublime touch. This time, a rash shot, so maybe the exhaustion is coming out on display here. Although he's played a few shots with good wrist work, and the timing has also supported him. We'll have to see if he can get a few more out of the way because he's also looking a little bit tired out there. The fatigue is definitely creeping in, but he can't allow that to come into his mind. Still, 45 is required, and after him, not much of batting to come. That's something that we are forgetting. If Johor is able to pick up a wicket, things will get very interesting. And a very eager wicketkeeper has a shy at the stump. Hasnain never left the crease, so that will only be a wide. Two more deliveries remaining now. 6 runs coming off it. Gulrais has been the only bowler who's given away so many wides today. All 5 of the wides have come when Gulrais Mohammad has bowled, so that really tells us how much of a struggle he has had when it comes to bowling with discipline. Hasnain Ahmed is on strike for the last 2 deliveries of Gulrais, and the required run rate is once again starting to go on the rise here. A boundary is definitely required if they want to find themselves in a comfortable situation. Thickish outside edge this time, and the ball is traveling. Third man is placed, so it will only be a single. But for the first time today, Hasnain has looked a little bit tentative, and a misfield allows that extra run to be taken. He'll be back on strike, but he needs to speak to himself. He can't let that fatigue crawl into his mind. He can't play those loose deliveries. And we've seen a couple of loose shots from him already in this over. Gulrais, on the other hand, will have to feel that he is in with a chance. Maybe just go for that yorker, target that stump, and in the process, Hasnain can just play that false shot. So the ball might go aerial, and if he misses, he can be in with a chance as well. Oh, look at that. That is played nicely in the air. Fielder is watching it, and he bisects the 2 fielder, but it wouldn't have mattered, would it? Because it has gone all over the fence for yet another maximum. Just when he needed, he produces a 6, and that is the 5th of his innings. So that really tells us how good he has been, hasn't he? He scored 68 of 41 right now. Just 5 overs now remaining. 36 should be quite easy as long as they don't lose wicket. So look at the match summary. It was Johor who came up first. They scored 168 runs, especially depending on the innings of Ahmed Zubaidi as well as Mohammad Shahadat. And there was some good bowling, we have to say, from Hasnain Ahmed as well. He gave away just 22 runs and picked up a wicket. And when they came out to bat, Selangor once again relying on the same man, this time with the bat, Hasnain scored 68 of 41. Shazul Izzat, Mohammad Shahadat Ramli, and Gulrais have all picked up a wicket each, but they are looking to just pick up that wicket of Hasnain Ahmed, which they haven't been able to do. So just 36 required in the next 5 overs. And definitely, if they don't pick up wickets, we can see Selangor just running away with this chase. This is going to be a big call up now. I wonder who Shahadat Ramli is going to go to. He himself has one more over remaining. And so far, all the 5 bowlers that he has used has gone out and bowled 3 overs each. So it will be quite interesting to see if these are the same 5 bowlers that he relies on for the rest of the innings, or he brings in a different approach. With that, it is Amir Azim into the attack. Nicely played off the back foot by one Muhammad Azam and driven away quite beautifully on the offside. He picks up a single and brings in Hasnain. Hasnain has looked a little bit lethargic since that last over, but his eye should light up because it is that man, Amir Azim, who he is up against. Can he produce one more maximum here? Nicely advances down, but Amir Azim follows him beautifully and this time cramps him up, so it's a dot ball. Fires it down with a lot of pace and he smashes it on the offside, but it will only be a single. And from here, I think they can afford to just score singles because not much is required. Eventually, they'll be able to get a few boundaries as well, so they can play some shots as well, but they can be watchful at the same time. So a tricky phase for Johor here. As long as they don't pick up wickets, they will find it very difficult. So Amir Azim has a go at Hasnain. one thing that can definitely work in his favor is the fact that Hassan Ahmed will be eyeing to pick up a boundary here. So maybe a change of pace. Let's see how it goes. And look at that, he misses it. And this time, really, the lack of energy is showing. Hasnain is gasping for a little bit of air. He's been out there for a very long time since the fall of the first wicket. And right now, he's scored already 69 of 44 deliveries. It's very hot and humid out there. And I can tell you how difficult it is for him. But this is when character is tested. This is when the team's morale needs to be uplifted. And it is that man, Hasnain, who has his work cut off. Comes down the track this time, but doesn't get the power. But plays it nicely on the field. The misfield allows it to trickle it down to the boundary, and it is disappointing for the fielder. But Hasnan picks up the boundary that he was looking for. And now the runs are quite reachable for anyone who's watching. With 6 wickets in hand, definitely it is Selangor's match to lose. But with Hasnan at 73, he will definitely want to continue from here and get as much as possible, take his team towards victory. 29 needed from the last four, so we are truly in the death overs right now, and the required run rate is 7.25. Should be a walk in the park, but wickets are the key for Johor. A good looking shot this time finds the gap. It is that man, one Muhammad Azam, this time against the experienced campaigner Muhammad Shahadat Ramli. Picks up a boundary of the very first ball. And I have to give credit to this young man. He's rotated the strike, he stayed calm, and just ensured that Hasnain can keep going from the other end as well. So, in a partnership, it's not always the heroes that wear the capes. Some just hold their end quietly and eventually allows the other partner to just go all guns blazing, picking up the boundary at the right moment. And now look at this young man. He's picked up a single of the very next. Excellent batting and excellent composure, definitely from the young man. He's one for the ages. Definitely, I think Selangor will do good to just groom him nicely because he definitely understands the game. And just like that, it is Hasnan who's on strike. And he goes after it, this time not connected. The fielder is in with a chance and just comes out. Hassan Masood is the man at long on. He's definitely someone who backs himself for taking this kind of catches. In with a chance, but a difficult one, definitely, we have to say. But if he got that, I think Johor would have found themselves right back in the game. But it is not to be. One Muhammad Azam on strike, picks up a single one more time. He's not taking any kind of risk, but he's doing the job perfectly here. And Shadat Ramli to continue, 2 more deliveries remaining. Cramps him up for the room, but he doesn't need to play any kind of risk because nicely he negotiates and he picks up a single here. That is all that is required because the run rate is 6.63 right now. One Muhammad Azam, 18 of 15. What an innings this has been. And look at the use of the wrist this time. Plays it nicely on the leg side and he's able to just keep the strike for the next over. 17 completed. It's 149 for 4. Optimistic captaincy from Shadat Ramli really to bring back Gulrez Muhammad back into the attack. He hasn't had the best day today, 3 overs going for 34 runs, although he picked up a wicket, but he's been very expensive. From here, the required run rate is 6.67, and the score is 149 for 4. While Hasnain remains the heartbeat of this chase with a master innings of 75 of just 47, we have to give full credit to one Azam as he's played beautifully as well. He's very mature for his age. He's played a vital role and he scored 19 of just 16 deliveries. He rotated the strike beautifully and he's never allowed the pressure to build. He's been calm in the chaos and he's definitely allowed Hasnain to keep his rhythm. Now, with just 20 required in the last 18 deliveries, the equation is going to be quite simple if you ask me. You don't really have to overthink. Just pick the gap and punish the bad ball, and definitely just hold on to your nerve. The boundaries are definitely going to come, and occasionally you're going to be helped with those loose ones as well. Gulrez has been guilty of bowling wides today, and he's bowled plenty of them, hasn't he? This is the sixth wide that Gulrez has bowled, and to our surprise, none of the other bowlers have conceded a single wide. So that really tells us how much of a struggle it has been for him. But Shadat Ramli has the likes of Hassan Masood up his rank. I wonder why he was gone with Gulrez today for the completion of his 4 overs. I'm not taking anything away from Gulrez. He's a good bowler, but on occasions you can eventually have a bad day. And just like that, when I say he produces a very good Yorker, but it's really been the discipline that has not been with him. On occasions, he's bowled a few loose deliveries as well that has really allowed the pressure to just release when he was bowling. So he really promised a lot with the ball in hand, but hasn't delivered. And that's why I was bringing the question that maybe if Hassan Masood was introduced for a couple of overs, it could change things up a little bit, especially because we know how good he can be with the ball in hand. Now it is Gulrez to continue. 5 more deliveries remaining, just 18 needed. And once again, it is that wide. So now it is starting to look very easy. At run a ball, they'll just see their team to victory from here. So really a lot needs to be happening for Johor if they need to come out victorious from here. Otherwise, this will definitely be just a walk in the park for Selangor. Fuller delivery this time, nicely played away on the offside, and definitely we can say that we are officially in the heart rate territory. The equation is tight but not terrifying. Selangor have the set batter Hasnain as well as one Muhammad Azam out there, and both of them are playing absolutely brilliant cricket. So this is where the games can be won, not just with some big hitting, but with clear head. And from here, they don't really have to do much. They just need to hold the steering wheel and just need to drive it away carefully home. They'll be offered a few loose deliveries just like that, and it is cut away nicely from one Muhammad Azam, and now they are able to take a couple of runs here. So excellent running between the wickets, especially given the fact that both the batters will be very tired, especially since they have played so many deliveries. They've been batting after the fall of the fourth wicket when the score on the board was 93. So this is turning out to be a brilliant partnership, and they have already managed to put on 62 runs, would you believe it, in this partnership, and in no time as well. So exactly what Selangor needed, and right now dealing in singles are all that they need to do. For the first time today, the required run rate has also fallen below 6 and over, and 2 more deliveries remaining now in this over from Gulrez. Hasnain is still out there. It's 76 for him of just 48 deliveries. And here he comes with 2 more deliveries remaining now. Just loses his run up. He will have to go back to his start and continue. But Hasnan has definitely been nothing short of a marvel today. His innings has been a blend of grace and grit. He's timing the ball to perfection. He's played with a lot of calm and assurance, and he's blended in that chaos with a perfect sprinkle as well. He's hit 5 sixes as well as 4 boundaries. And at the moment, he's batting with a strike rate of 158. So that really tells us how good he has been. Loose delivery one more time down the leg side. Easy runs are coming now for Selangor, but definitely we have to compliment his delicate wrist work against spin as well as his precise placement when it comes to batting against the faster bowlers. Hasnain has truly been the backbone of Selangor today, and this has been a testament to his class and composure. So after the fall of the wicket of Saifullah Malik, we thought that they'll be definitely finding themselves in a bit of trouble. What a partnership this has been from Hasnain Ahmed alongside one Muhammad Azam, who's been so mature, and another easy delivery for Hasnain to negotiate with. Another single. He'll go off strike to bring back one Muhammad Azam, who has himself played such a good knock of 23 of just 19 deliveries. Exactly the kind of innings that was required. We were talking about how the batting of this Selangor is not so deep. Maybe after the fall of the wicket, their weakness could have been exposed, but we never came down to that, did we? This partnership was a phenomenal one, and just now is only 11 needed. Gulrez to continue for one more delivery, but it's another wide. There's been plenty of it today. This is the ninth wide that Gulrez Mohammed has bowled today, and he's been expensive. He's given away 43, 44 runs now without wide, and with that, one more delivery still remaining. Is up against one Muhammad Azam, but now the shoulders have well and truly dropped. Required run rate 4.62. Eventually, what promised to be a very competitive match between Johor and Selangor is turned out to be an eventual one-sided contest now, especially thanks to this partnership, which has been very mature, and the batters have complemented each other to perfection. Just like that, he's flicked away that one nicely onto the leg side. Should be good enough for another easy couple of runs. And with that, Gulrez finishes an expensive outing with the ball in hand today. His 4 overs going for 46 runs and just 8 runs required of the next 2 overs. So Selangor is cruising towards victory, and the partnership is still unharmed. One Muhammad Azam 25 of 20 and Hasnain 77 of 49. What a turnaround this has definitely been for Selangor, from chasing a daunting 169 runs to now requiring just 8 of 12 deliveries. It's been a day where composure definitely was met by class, and the chase has been crafted with a lot of purpose, especially by that man. And look at that. Once again, finally, we are seeing one more effortless stroke from Hasnain. Takes it all the way over the fence, and it is yet another maximum. This is his sixth. And with that, they are cruising towards victory. He greets Mohammad Fitri with a first ball six, and now just 2 runs needed. Conceding a six of the first ball, looks like the umpires are still searching for that ball, because that's how far Hassan Ahmed has hit that one, and in the process, he has lost the ball as well. Tells a lot about the day we have had today as well. So, with that, a ball was replaced, and it is Mohammad Fitri who's introduced once again into the attack, and he's ready to bowl. Just, just 2 more runs needed, and it is Hassan on strike. He's 83 of 50, guides it on the leg side straight to short mid wicket. It will be a dot ball. Looks like Hasnain Ahmed is ready to finish it off in style. Can we see that happening? Mohammad Fitri will definitely not want to concede another six. Let's see how he goes, because definitely Selangor are coming out victorious of this one. Rocks back and pulls that one away and goes straight to the fielder in the deep. It will be a single. No, it will be a couple of runs. So with that, the innings will be completed. Hasnain, what a beauty, what a performance. Celebrates in style. Hasnain doesn't just finish, he announces it. He is the man who is going to be absolutely a thorn in the way of the opposition of Selangor, and that's a statement that we will make for the rest of the tournament. This is a start only a start from Hasnain. He scored 85 of 52, and with that masterclass from Hasnain, we have come to the conclusion of this game. Selangor have won this match by 6 wickets, but also at this time I have to give credit to one Azam. He might not have flashy numbers, but his presence was absolutely vital. As you can see in the match summary, during the chase, it is all Hasnan Ahmed, 85 of 52 deliveries. What a day he has had. I don't have enough words to compliment him. Saifullah Malik definitely started her off with 26 of 18, but it was one Muhammad Azam who partnered Hassan Ahmed so well. So Selangor's chase has been a tale of maturity and confidence, and now they have sealed the game with 6 wickets in hand. Sajul Izzat, Mohammad Shahadat Ramli, and Gulrez bowled well, just not enough to just seal the victory in their way. So the first match is completed. It is Selangor who have won the game by 6 wickets, and with that we finish from up here at the com box. I'm Abrar Hussain. I'm taking your leave. We'll be back with live action and the third match very soon. So everyone stay with us, and we'll be back with interesting matches just like this and throughout this tournament. So with that, it is my conclusion from up here. Thank you very much for staying with us.
Okay, player of the match is Hasnain for his 85 not out and 1 for 22. Well done. Get to show. Okay.